welcome to the Caspian Sea. Have you ever asked yourself, how does Batman choose a suit before every outing? I believe he points at one, says that one, and then he fucks. If you've ever asked yourself that question, I believe you will enjoy Caspian Sea Season 3. With the soothsayer defeated and Edmund's mind returned, the party find themselves walking the streets of Kaer Morhen. While the party, still high on the hard-fought victory, realize that Kaer Morhen isn't what it used to be. Kaer Morhen almost seems to be in pain, weeping salty tears across the landscape of broken windows and shell holes present in most structures across the land. Davos quickly realizes that not only Locke but some of the other citizens have quite the issue with the party deserting Kaer Morhen in a moment of need. And with no familiar faces or allies to rely on, our heroes try to find out what's going on. I'm going to grab onto him and we're going to float down to the beach, and I'm going to build a sandcastle for Umbreon. You're going to help me.
Okay, that's pretty sick.
Well, if I can move underneath the overhang and still keep an eye on Davos, I'll do that.
Zen's goal of walking in here was to try and, like, ask people, you know, like, hey, I've heard this town was supposed to be a nice, bustling hotspot that was, like, starting to, you know, actually make a name for itself. And everything here seems really downtrodden and poor. What's been going on in the town? Like, this is not what stories of Kaer Morhen outside of here have been.
Orc traveler come from away on a ship.
I'm gonna grab his finger and slowly pull it back down to where it should be.
What is that on your back? He points to your weapon.
That's my protection, just in case the merchant ships that I travel with happen to come into trouble.
We'll stand there and just look at her and say, I really am so sorry. Things have changed. Things have happened to me that I never thought would. And whatever you need, we can make happen. You've done whatever you can for this town, and whatever you want for me to be gone or us to not be involved, anything you want you can have. We just want to make things right. We had to leave to make things right in Tatooine, and we want to make things right here again.
Turns to you and tries to start listening. She tries to open her eyes, but she can't because she's crying too hard. And then she falls onto you and starts kind of crying into your collarbone area. And she's just hysterical. And then every time she's doing that, she starts kind of like punching you a little bit with hatred on the front of the shoulder, like she's kind of holding you in spite of herself.
So guys, if you like what you see and you want to see more, please check us out on D20 Tactics. It's a YouTube page that's up for everybody, young and old, for D&D players and non-D&D players alike. If you're interested in our Discord, we have that as well. Feel free on coming in. We do kind of Q&As and chatting afterwards in our own special private Discord server where everybody is welcome. And if you guys want to see more, make sure to check out our live streams. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy Caspian Sea Season 3.
Have decided to bunker down inside Lunaris' hut. So Lunaris, can you describe to the party what it looks like when you cast that hut?
Yeah, so whenever you're on the inside, it kind of looks like if you were to blow smoke against a window. It kind of has like a nice bluish hue that kind of seems to be emanating from the bottom of the circle that goes all the way to the top and kind of like almost like a crystal ball formation. And if you were to put your hand through it or step through it, whenever your eyes meet the interior of it, it's almost blinding, so it's a good idea to keep your eyes closed when you exit.
So just to be clear on the parameters of the hut, I'm pretty sure that it's opaque from the outside and transparent from the inside. Is that right? So you guys can see out, but no one else can see in?
I'm not sure about the see in part, but yeah, sounds good.
Let's take a quick look so we can...
I can look it up. I got fast travel.
I already have it on my screen.
Fine, I'll just shut up.
I just want you guys to have fun and not worry about it.
I have fun. Oh, I need a poop.
Yep, transparent from the inside, opaque from the outside. It's any color that you choose. So it's blue.
It's going to
and you guys
be
can see
a
out.
crystal blue aura.
All right, cool. So you guys are all gonna... Are you all gonna sleep at the same time?
I was gonna stay up for 4 hours and then meditate for my 4-hour sleep at the end.
I don't mind taking a turn being walked.
Well, don't do that just because I said so. I just want to know what you were doing last time. So you are all in the thing. You're going to bunker down. So which ones of you have non-standard sleep? Lunaris has non-standard sleep because he needs magical assistance. And what was that about your sleep, Davos? You just have to meditate instead?
Yeah, as an elf, I can just meditate for 4 hours and still get a long rest.
Oh, right. That's right. You're an elf. How does meditate differ from sleeping in terms of being aware of your surroundings?
Well, when I'm meditating, I would say I'm not aware of everything around me. It's still like sleeping in a sense, right?
Okay,
Like
so
such
for
a
all
deep
intents and...
meditation, I'm getting full rest, but...
Okay, for all intents and purposes, you can be considered to be asleep. Okay. And Lunaris, when you're magically under, is the criteria for what's gonna rise you from your sleep changed at all, or is it
I
the
am
same
dead
as
as
the
a
other
log
character?
until the spell ends.
Okay, so there's nothing that can get you up from your sleep, no matter what, unless someone casts something on you.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Cool.
It's basically, it's all roleplay, right? Like, it's not listed in the actual domain spell for it, but, like, because honestly,
Okay.
the duration of sleep is only a minute, but I'm having it so that, like, it's just, I have to have it to sleep. Because
Okay.
I'm silly.
So would that mean that when you fall asleep, you need to decide how long the duration of the spell is going to be? So when you go to sleep...
I'm automatically making it that if I cast sleep on myself, it's 8-hour minimum.
Okay, so now that you've done that, you're out for 8 hours. Okay, so describe to me who is going to sleep and how, and who is not going to sleep and how.
I am going to take a seat at the edge of the aura and keep my eyes outward towards the rest of the chapel, like down towards the front of the chapel, because the door is behind us and seems like we're pretty safe from that direction because we tied it up and everything. And yeah, I'll just keep an eye out for everybody, just listen to any weird fucking sounds I hear or anything, just keep aware for the first 4 hours while they sleep, and then I will enter a meditation if I feel like it's safe by that point.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you guys agreed who Davos is going to wake up, or is he just going to go to sleep and everyone's going to sleep at once?
He usually wakes me up.
Well, I could, but like, should we all get a long rest? Do we need it? Did we burn any spells? Did we?
I burned a rage, dude. Like, I'll be fine.
Oh,
No,
speaking of which, Scrog, you're not still in rage, right?
Check the combat tracker.
It says you're still in rage in the combat tracker, but it doesn't seem like you would be. I don't know
It
what ends
shouldn't
it.
be.
Okay, I'm going to delete it. There it is. It's gone. Sorry to interrupt. So are you waking Scrog up for another watch?
Well, and Edmund said that I could wake him up too, but do you need to get spells back and stuff?
Edmund?
You guys should go play it out.
My spells back. Yep.
Yeah, so you just sleep through the whole night, and if I... Yeah, Wait, do you get exhaustion if you... I guess that would just count as a short rest, right, then? If you did 4 hours?
Yes. Normally.
Yeah, so I'll wake Scrog up and relay the information that I have from staying up for 4 hours, and if it's not much, then maybe he'll decide to sleep, or maybe he'll just stay awake.
In the rules, it says you can perform a watch for 2 hours as part of your long rest, but no more than that.
Very nice. Yeah, that sounds fine. If you guys want to use that rule, by all means, go ahead.
Okay.
And Davos doesn't get the full penalties even during his trance that we would for sleeping. He gets like a -5 to his perception checks, is what it says.
When
Oh.
he's meditating. Okay, but he can still make
Yeah.
them. Excellent.
Speaking to his mic, Cote.
Sorry, thank you.
I didn't
You
know
also
that.
can't. You also can't surprise me. I don't know if you knew that.
You can't be surprised?
I cannot be surprised.
Very nice. That's in terms of combat, right?
Give me a second. I will read that feat and let you know.
Oh, if it's a feat, I don't mind checking it.
It might not be a feat. Danger sense, so it is. So yeah, they're all fucking gone out of here. I hate that.
Danger sense, I can look that up. It's not a big deal.
Instinct.
It sounds like
Additionally, if
danger
you are
sense is-
surprised at the beginning of a combat and aren't incapacitated, you can act normally on your first turn, but only if you enter a rage on that turn.
Oh, cool.
That
Okay.
is feral instinct, by the way, not danger sense.
Okay. So, you guys fall asleep, except for Davos, who is up chanting mysterious incantations or whatever an elf does when they meditate. So, Davos, you're keeping watch around the room. You don't really notice anything visual, but you do notice an uncharacteristic drop in temperature. You notice, like, about 2 hours in that you're colder than you were at the when you were sleeping at camp the other night, because you're comparing the temperature to the elements. You think it would be a little bit warmer in here due to the heat retention, but you just think it's weird. But nothing else happens.
Okay, well, duly noted to
Yep.
explain to who I wake up next for their 2 hours watch.
So the next 2 hours pass uneventfully. You spend most of your time looking at the. You notice that there's a lot of moonlight, and there's some windows in the side of the hospice, and you're actually watching the moonlight kind of travel across the floor as the time goes by, like a sundial, and it's got a meditative quality to it. So at the end of the 4 hours, you're gonna wake up. Edmund, was it?
Well, if he was trancing, meditating during that time, then he can just finish the watch.
Yeah, that's true. Was that no? I'll stay up and then I'll meditate. So yeah, I'll wake up Edmund or Scrog and ask them to watch for 2 hours, and then they can finish their long rest still,
Yeah, I don't
and
care
then
who
tell
watches
them to wake
2
the
hours.
next one up.
Yeah, I'll say I don't care
Alright.
who goes first. I'll go first
Well-
or second.
I can't go. Haha, fuck all you guys.
Haha. If something attacks
Right.
us, just know I'm leaving this fucking chicken here.
That's fine. I'm in the circle of protection. I give 0 fucks.
So Davos, can we hear you wake up Edmund or Scrog?
Yeah, I'll do that. So I will tap on Edmund's shoulder and just shake it a little bit until he actually opens his eyes and be like, nothing's seemed to have happened. It's been about half the night. Seems like it's pretty quiet in here, but it's gotten mysteriously cold. And as I do that, I stick my hand outside of the protection of this bubble veil and feel the temperature of the air outside of it again. And I'm like, oh my god, like, just kind of weirded out by it. And I'm like, can you watch for 2 hours while I get my meditation in? And then I'll say, you can wake up Scrog after that and finish off your sleep.
Yes, of course, Davos, I can do that. Edmund will get up. Can he see his breath? Is it like that cold, or?
Yes, Edmund can see his breath.
Okay. Well, I'll keep myself cocooned in my sleeping role, and I'll just sit up and kind of just start humming
Okay.
and scanning the room, a little bit uneasy.
So as Davos is talking to you, and before you really start to answer, but it's after he sticks his hand out and comments about the cold, you both hear really loudly, Edmund to your left or to your right, and Davos to your left, a kind of a crashing sound directly to the side of your head.
Directly
Like
to the side of my head,
Yeah, like it sounds like something.
banging on the dome.
It sounds like a piece of rock hitting another piece of rock and exploding, and it's coming
Exploded?
it's coming from the edge of the dome, and you turn your head to look at it, both of you, and you see that there's kind of some dust in the air and particles falling to the ground as if something has just impacted with the outside of the hut.
Can I look up immediately? Look up.
Yeah, you look up, you don't see anything. You just see the stone particles in the air.
What was that noise?
Yeah, I'm gonna immediately, after jolting my head too, and Edmund saying that, I'm gonna fucking put my back to his, and it's like scary movie or scary fucking stories around the campfire moment where you're like, what the fuck was that in the forest? And then
Yeah.
we're just gonna like both be spooked and take a look here. Like I meditating after that shit for now. I'm just gonna be like, what the fuck happened?
Hold up a minute, everything's gonna go dark.
Mom, no!
Yeah.
Turn the lights back on.
Is it
Scroll
black
down.
for you guys or no?
It is black, everything except for the...
I can see slight
hall.
outline of things. Yeah, like a slight outline of the fuse.
I see my line
Okay.
of sight, is what I see.
That's just gonna say, Kote, did you add line of sight?
Yeah, I'm not, I have to do this just in case I fuck this up. Just a minute.
You can also watch the stream if you want to see what I see.
I don't think I fucked it up.
I'm stepping away from my computer, but I can still hear you. Just for
No,
a
I
second.
didn't fuck it up. Okay, let me turn the lights back on.
Thanks, Mom.
Turning the
Alright,
lights
lights are
on
back
made it
on.
darker. It's funny.
Yeah, I guess I didn't pick the color correctly, did I?
No worries.
There we go.
Looks like Castle 8 of The Legend of Zelda, the original one.
Alright, so everything should still look exactly the same, right?
Everything looks the same, it's just green.
Yeah, bluey green.
Figure those dancing lights are probably gone now.
So, do we hear,
Oh yeah.
like, from the inside of that hut, like, I'm still asleep, but do I hear the crash of the stone hitting?
No, it doesn't wake you up.
Yeah, I'm not prepared to wake up just yet. Wake up everybody else, but scanning nervously.
Oops, I removed the circle. Fuck.
Oh, you
Are
should
you
have.
also looking around, Davos?
Yeah, so yeah, I'm the same as Kim. I'm not prepared to wake everybody up, but I'm just taking a deeper look and just feeling out like the intuitive sense of like what the fuck is going on here. And I'm happy that I have Edmund to my back and that somebody else is experiencing that with me.
What direction are you guys looking? Just tell me north, south, east, west, or diagonal.
We're back to back, right? So I would say Edmund will be looking at the door and kind of up and around in like an arc. Here, maybe I can.
Yeah, and
move.
I'm looking
I
into
understand
more
that.
the vast
And then-
room, I guess.
Okay, cool. Edmund, as you start to walk that way, but before you reach your destination, a ghostly form materializes before you, and before you see it, you hear it before you see it, and it's just basically it's a constant shriek like a zergling, almost like something inhaling air, like.
Oh,
And it just keeps going.
You should have
And
seen
so-
the reverberation on that fucking recording.
Jesus. Oh.
It's that's terrifying. Is it outside the dome?
No, it's inside the dome with you.
All right.
So it's
Oh,
directly in front of you. I'm going to make the token visible. It's directly in front of you, and it almost looks like you know what the Scream mask looks like?
Yeah.
Just picture that, but it's like the mouth is sideways, and there's two hands that don't belong to the figure, but they seem to be other hands that are coming from behind it, and those two hands are pulling the mouth open in a terrible
Oh God. Okay. Well,
Oh,
Edmund's gonna match its scream with one of actual terror.
Okay, so Strog, at this point, you wake up.
All right. Seeing.
Shall we go into initiative or anything?
You're going to in a minute,
Okay.
but the
Yeah,
ghost
so I'm
hasn't
gonna
actually
turn
attacked
jolt
you
my
yet. So.
head right away when I hear that shit and fucking have the most frightened look on me. I'm also sleep deprived at this moment. I haven't rested yet.
Do
and I'm
I
just like,
recognize what this is?
You recognize that it's some form of incorporeal spirit, but not beyond that. And Davos, as you turn around, you see the exact same thing Calum sees, except it's behind Calum or Edmund and in front of you. So now there's two of them. And they both seem to be looking at each other and then back at the two of you and constantly shrieking. And the sound is bouncing off of the stone and it's making like a Doppler effect. So it's almost like it's coming from all directions at once. It's like it's coming from inside your head.
it's like reverberating. Yeah, just fucking okay.
Yeah, it's really fucking freaky.
Well, I am going to get myself ready in a fucking lowered stance a little bit and make like, you know, a readied action to get in front of Lunaris's fucking still petrified body while he sleeps and not have this thing attack him, hopefully.
Okie dokie.
I'm
So
going to enter a rage.
you're gonna enter a rage. Okay, we're gonna do all this stuff when we roll initiative, but right now, before we roll initiative, everybody except Lunaris make a Wisdom saving throw.
All right.
Okay.
Did I get enough sleep for a long rest?
You guys did not get enough sleep for a long rest.
Okay.
Well,
so
fuck.
I can use one dice then for the short rest that I got there, right?
Calum, do you know if you have to nominate a short rest before you take it, or can you burn a hit die if you take a partial long rest?
I don't know if there's a ruling for it offhand, but I would rule that you could. It would.
I think
be,
it's reasonable.
Yeah, I would rule that you could call it a short rest. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Scrog, if you want to, you can go onto your character sheet and roll one of your hit dice into the window. There you
Done.
go.
Thank you.
Cool.
All right. What about those saving throws?
Check there.
So all you guys see is you guys are
15,
starting to
12.
get surrounded by bluefin. You just see this fucking snoring fucking Aarakocra on the ground. And just remember, guys, I'm in my fucking traveler's attire, so I'm not going to be too much of a help this fight.
You're in like a fucking robe.
Yeah, I'm in
Yeah,
my.
you can't
I'm in my
can't
sexy
sleep
camp.
in armor. Can't sleep in armor.
Oh, I'm sure you could. It just wouldn't be very comfortable if I cast sleep on myself. I'd wake up with a
No.
hell of a fucking neck crank, though.
I think the rules are you can't sleep in armor.
Awesome. So if anybody casts sleep on me when I'm
man.
wearing armor, it doesn't work.
I gotta start enforcing.
Well,
Thank you.
That's what-
magical sleep.
That's what I'm saying. The only
Well,
way
his is magical sleep.
the only way I can sleep is magical sleep.
So you would be able to sleep with your armor on because it's a magical sleep.
Oh yeah, you don't have armor, Scrog, so you just sleep like a barbarian, just fucking
Yeah,
chilling.
I'm just literally naked, laying on the ground, covering myself up with the tail of the Yanti skin that I'm wearing.
So Edmund's in his fancy coat and doesn't have anything really else on.
Coat and turtleneck.
Yeah. No pants though. You just got boxers.
Yeah.
Not even boxers, bro. He was a fucking consort of fucking Horzors and Moors, bro. He probably sold his pants to one of the ladies.
He's just walking around like Deadpool, just pantless. Just fucking just the shirt.
He's like, I've been through so much shit. I didn't have to wear pants no more.
Edmund has a silk thong.
He would.
With a flower on the front.
Are spirits and undead the same thing?
No.
I'm gonna ask one of the ones that know
Yes.
D&D.
I believe they are considered undead, Sean.
Okay.
Yeah, I think one is a subclass of the other, maybe, or maybe they're the same. Anyway, so while all this screaming and horrible shit is happening, Scrog and Davos, you flinch pretty badly, but you call upon your, your inner spirit animal, Scrog, and you call upon your rage bear for inspiration. And Davos, you think of all the pain that you felt when you walked through Horzors and Moors last time in Kaer Morhen, and your desire to make things right, and you both steel yourselves and manage to draw on your courage and stand your ground. But Edmund, you are frightened.
Oh, good. I thought I was going to drop dead.
Yeah, but you were screaming. It was like perfect for the roleplay too.
So as you guys stop screaming, you notice that Edmund has completely lost it, and right before we were going to roll initiative, you notice he turns to flee from the ghosts. So now you guys can roll.
Initiative. Here we go.
Oops,
Go
ignore
I sent that to you.
Oh, Caleb. Oh, do you still have one of your... No, you used both your dice rolls. Never mind.
Yep.
Oh, look at those initiatives. Look at our shit
Okay.
steely resolve, bro. We're ready to go.
The dynamic fuck-ups are ready to fuck shit up.
It's
And then
crazy
we
that you
can't
both
hit them
rolled
because
the
we have...
same.
Don't they only get hit by magic? I'm sure. Like physical damage. How do you hit a spirit?
Magic weapons tend to
Oh,
work.
so we do have
But I
magic
guess-
weapons.
Edmund, oh, know any of this. I should stop talking.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought it would be.
Is
anyway,
that the victory
magic
music
from
to fucking Diddy Kong Racing?
that.
No, it's just literally I went through my phone and got the loudest, most obnoxious ringer I could, so it wakes me up. It's trumpets, I guess, which makes sense because people who play the trumpet are usually loud and obnoxious. So, you guys have all rolled. Davos is coming in at a slick number 1.
I assume you want me to wait until I'm actually involved before I roll mine.
Yeah, you can roll it if you want, but it would be best if you
No,
waited.
I'm gonna wait. Could be over by the time I wake up.
So, Davos, it's your turn. As your turn starts, you notice the exact same sensation you noticed a minute ago, where there's a huge reverberating chunk from behind your head, like something is slammed into the side of the dome. But because you're looking at the ghost and getting your composure again, you don't know what it is, and you're not looking in that direction.
Okay. So, what I'll do is move through Lunaris' space to here. And I'll do the whole fucking parkour dive roll over Lunaris and keep an eye with my side eye on Edmund while he's like fleeing from this thing and get between some of these guys, and I will ready to fucking stab at this ghost with my daggers.
Okay, so you're gonna ready that action? What's the condition to trigger it?
If this guy... Wait, actually... Yeah, maybe I'll just attack the one that's beside me.
Guys, I'm just gonna say
Lunaris.
this. Don't rush this.
Okay.
That's not a response to what you said, Ben. It's just I want to say stuff, but I can't. But I want to so bad, so I'll just say this. Don't fucking rush this.
Okay.
Cote, I'm just heating up my coffee. I'm gonna step away for a minute.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'll stand ready. Fine, sure. I'll stand ready with my daggers and do the whole, like, point one at one and one at the other and hold them out. Like, have my arms out and just, like, fucking hold them at bay sort of thing, and wait for them to attack somebody. If they attack somebody, then I will attack the first one
Okay.
that attacks somebody.
I chose
As you
against
hold your daggers out, you notice that as you extend your arms, the ghosts that you point your dagger towards, they also extend their arms out to you in unison, and they start pointing at you accusingly, as if you've done something. And then their mouths get wider and wider, and the hands on their corners of their mouths seem to pull harder and harder, and they just keep screaming and shrieking back at you, and they slowly start to get closer and closer, almost as if to touch your daggers with their fingers. And you notice that their fingers are all that the flesh is still on, but it's been torn away and burned, and you can see some fragments of bone, broken fingernail, and the flesh is hanging off their finger.
Holy
and
shit.
Each of them is... So you're pointing one dagger at each of them, right? Yeah?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, they're each coming toward you, closing in from either direction, but they're just pointing toward your daggers and kind of closing in. They haven't actually moved, but you can tell that that's what's happening.
Okay, well, I'm definitely spooked out, but at the same time, I'm starting to get kind of a morbid feeling from this whole situation that something is, not what it seems, but it's also, I don't know if they're aggressive necessarily, but I'm just still going to keep my stance and make sure that nothing happens to anyone around me here or myself, so...
Okay. Do you want to do anything else?
Nope, I'm just going to stay with that.
Right on. So Davos is ready to strike if something goes awry. Sen is not here. It's up to you, Scrog. It's all up to you, buddy.
Grog is going to ready the attack with a javelin in one hand and my vicious flail as my offhand weapon. Kind of the same concept as what Davos is doing, but I'm going to go for the one that's already inside the building. All of my attack is going to be directed towards the guy that's directly above Lunaris.
Alrighty.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
I'm going to slowly kind of work my way. I'm going to keep my distance still, you know what I mean? Stay out of a ranged, only be at ranged attack.
Yep. So as you're walking from the square you started on to the square you ended on, and you're rearranging the shit on your back to get your weapons out, and you're starting to line up your intentions, as you're walking north, you notice the same piece of debris that Davos heard when he was walking past Lunaris smash into the side of the dome, and you actually see it. And what you see is basically a giant chunk of what looks like concrete with some porcelain hanging off of it come flying at the side of the dome, right where Davos was just standing, smash into the side of the dome and explode. And you see the concrete shrapnel fly around the room.
Do I see where it came from?
No. You catch it in your peripherals while it's on the way to the dome, but you don't notice the source.
I'm going to direct my attention to scouting the outside area from inside the dome. While keeping a watchful eye on what's going on here. But, giving most of my attention to try, I'm going to try to, present myself as a target for this thing that's throwing shit at us. You know what I mean?
Okay. So are you stepping outside of it or no?
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to step outside of it. I'm also going to, I don't know, bite my lip or something so I can keep my rage.
Okay, very nice. So what, you have to take damage, is that the idea?
I have to take damage or deal damage.
Okay. Have we been allowing this as a precedent and just been giving you a nominal amount of damage?
No, we
Okay.
have not. But
That's
you
fine.
said
Creativity.
Just hold your
Yeah,
hand
I just wanted to
outside
make sure I
the
didn't
portal with the
contradict
rocks
something
drop.
that came before.
Nope. Caleb
So,
wouldn't let it, and you were you spoke out and was when I'm DM, that will be allowed.
So you can do that if you want to, but you're going to have to use your standard action.
To bite my lip?
Yep. It takes concentration. It takes discipline.
Okay, touche.
Got to take a half second to pull your lip over your incisors that are near your nostrils.
It's going to take a standard action, and I'll report back the results every time you do it.
All right. Yeah, we'll go with that.
So what are you going to do?
I'm just gonna I don't know, slap myself or something.
Okay. Understand something. You have 93 HP,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So use your imagination and imagine how much damage you would have to do to just your lip to kill you by 1/93rd, and decide whether you actually want to cause your face that much trauma.
Yeah,
'cause you're only going to get so many bites. You're taking chunks out.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'd rather smack myself in the fucking face or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Here's the deal. You can do that, but you have to do 1/93rd of your max HP. So
Alright,
if
fine.
you do that,
I'm
you're
going to
ripping
kick-
flesh and you're spitting it out.
Can I stub my toe? Can I just
No.
kick the fucking wall?
You could
No.
just jab yourself
you-
with your
Javelin.
javelin.
Javelin yourself in the foot or something.
You can
Wait.
absolutely do that. You can roll a standard attack
No,
on
because
yourself.
I
But I'll let
feel-
you do 1
trying
damage
to
to
figure out-
yourself
Yeah. I'm just
if
trying
you
to figure out where I
disfigure
wanna do it.
yourself.
Yeah,
You have
that's
to
what I'm trying
disfigure
do.
yourself permanently.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
You go across the street, cut on the wrist with your spear tip.
Why don't you give Linara the big kick in the fucking ribs to try and
Bro,
wake him
I
up?
ain't gonna
and-
lie. You are get the fuck out of my head, okay? Get the fuck out of my head. Because I wasn't going to, so much kick him in the ribs, but I was going to smack the dog piss out of him. Hey, bro, psh, wake up.
Yeah, unarmed attack, 1 plus your strength modifier.
I should have just readied a fucking action that if Scrog was gonna lose his rage, that I'd just throw a knife into him.
Everybody start carrying rocks. Just start throwing them at me.
All right, sorry. So what's the decision?
I don't know what Lunaris' health is. Did you say it's just 1 plus my strength mod?
He's got lots. Yes, that's 1 plus
so
your
yeah,
strength mod.
I'm just gonna smack Lunaris for 5 damage.
Is that going to wake him up?
Don't know.
Don't know. Find out here in a second when I smack the dog piss out of him.
It does for the sleep spell, but I don't know exactly what.
Okay. Roll your...
I don't know what Sean homebrewed for that.
We
so I
literally
don't know.
just talked about it 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, he's
What
down
I
for
got
8
from what you were
hours.
saying though is more of a role play thing. I think if
yeah.
you took physical damage,
No, I
or,
think what Caleb and I originally discussed is there would have to be some kind of a negative effect that would have to happen in order for this to work with a level 1 spell. And I think what we decided is if I get there would be a concentration check whether or not I would wake up or not. Maybe, I don't know.
yeah, I was
I'm going to leave
thinking
this in your
sleep
hands,
spell-
Kote. Once you make the decision on what happens here, that's what it's going to be permanently.
Yeah, what I was thinking with your sleep spell is it was more of a sleeping pill.
Yeah.
So it puts you to sleep, but then for the first while of sleep,
Maybe
you're
for the
really
first
out,
4
and then it
hours,
slowly starts to wear down until you're rested.
Gotcha.
And then if something happened, then you would
What's
wake
with
up.
the strength check? Is that supposed to be an unarmed attack?
Yes.
Okay, you'd have to add your proficiency mod, but that's okay. I can just add it manually.
+4.
Don't worry, my AC's 12. Don't worry about
So
it.
you hit him. You hit him. Somebody, I don't know how unarmed damage works. Somebody remind me.
Strength +1.
So it's 5.
What do you mean strength +1? Is there a die?
My
Strength-
strength
no.
modifier, which
Oh,
is
you just
4.
deal it?
Yeah, your dice is 1. It's a D1 if you want to think about it like
I
that.
understand. Yes, that actually
Yeah.
helps a lot. All right, Lunaris, you take 5 damage.
Awesome.
I'm gonna give you
Does
a
he wake
choice on your turn. You don't know until his turn.
Okay. He should roll initiative then.
Yeah. Yes, Lunaris, please roll initiative. Good call.
No matter what, I'm at the end of this round, but then I'll take my place next round.
Oh, this is perfect.
Actually, you fall right in place.
No, we're gonna put you in this time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Me and Davos.
I
both
just
rolled
was working it
21s.
on an RPG style, what would actually be real. Not thinking about it as D&D. But yeah, what do you think, Kote? Do it so I wake up? What's up?
I'll let you know in a sec. Before I do that, do you guys see the turns for the ghosts passing in the
No.
chat? Good.
I see. I see that their circles are lit up and then passed. Like Ghost 1 just passed his turn, and like
Yeah.
it's on Ghost 2.
Okay, so
Like
you
we
do
don't
that.
see it in chat, but I can see that like he was the person that was getting like it's his turn, and now like you're still on Ghost 2's turn.
What do you see now?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Good. Good for you, Fantasy Grounds. You don't suck. Lunaris, it's your turn. Okay, you have a choice, but
Oh, except for
when
that circle over there. I'm just kidding.
Fuck you. You can make this choice now, but just stick to it in the future. So you can either not wake up, because this would not wake you up because of what you said. But if you want to go back on it, because I totally would understand that, you can wake up with 3 levels of exhaustion. That's disadvantage on ability checks, speed halved, disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Question:
So
Does it go away after he has his long rest, or
would
is that
go-
like
He's going to be exhausted until his long rest until the sleep spell would have finished. So he'll
Okay.
be exhausted until 8 hours after
okay.
he casts the spell, and then his exhaustion will reduce by 2 until he has another long rest. Then it will reduce to 1, and then it will reduce to 0. So you have the option to decide what taking damage while you're sleeping does right now. I just asked that
Okay,
you choose it and stick to it.
50 or lower, I wake up. 51 and higher, I stay asleep.
No, I'm not allowing that. Sorry.
All right, I'm
I
going.
would stay
gonna-
asleep with
I'm-
those kind of horrible things.
No, I'm gonna stick with this from here on in. I'm gonna wake up with 3 points of exhaustion.
Nice. Okie dokie. So, Scrog, you kick Lunaris directly in the ribs. You see him, like, his eyes open, but they're not focused. They're completely looking in different directions. And they look like bird googly eyes, and they're, like, going in circles. It's almost, you almost want to laugh, but you're too scared to laugh. So he's down there kind of shuffling around on the ground, like, limp fishing his way to his knees. And then he finally stands up, looks at you like he's never seen you before. And I'll let you play this one out, Lunaris.
So, staggering to his feet, you hear him take a deep breath with Umbreon in his hand looking at the floor and said, "Who did it? Who woke me up? I'll kill you!" And we know what happens now, Kote. I'll let you take over.
I cannot find exhaustion in Fantasy Grounds to apply automatically. FGU exhaustion. Okay, it's not featured in the game. Ouch. We're gonna have to do that manually. So, that's all you're doing, Lunaris, because you can take a full turn if you want to.
Well, the thing is part of my character thing is when I wake up with exhaustion, I slowly go crazy. So it's not actually up to me what I do.
All right. No problem. Edmund! So, Edmund, you see Davos. Well, you don't see this, actually, because you're too busy. Well, no, you see this. You don't have to you don't have to look away. You just have to move away, or more specifically, you can't move towards. You see Davos kind of like a shaman take each dagger out of the sheaths, one hand on one side, one hand on the other side, and he gets up on one foot like he's about to fucking pounce, and he just like readies the daggers there and steals himself. And then you see the ghosts start to converge on him with their shrieking, painful screams. And you feel such a terror that you simply can't bring yourself to advance any closer.
Am
I'll tell you.
Am I scared of both, or one in particular?
That is a good question. I can answer that pretty quickly. Oh no, why did you have to say that? Make another saving throw. Thanks, Caleb.
You're welcome.
Now everyone has to make another saving throw. It's a low DC, just don't fuck it up. Jesus, dude. Alright, you are scared of both ghosts.
Oh no.
The frightened effect doesn't stack, but you're frightened of both of them. So, just to be specific, again, it just means you can't willingly move closer to them.
And attacks against them are at disadvantage.
Yeah, it's not just against them. It's all ability checks and attack rolls are at disadvantage, so long as you're within line of sight of the source of the fear.
Oh, line of sight. Right. All right. Do you want me to carry on my turn, or do you want to have everybody else roll first?
No, it's your turn. You do your thing.
All right. So Edmund goes Stark White, and he goes, Get the fuck out of here, you stupid idiot! We're all dead. Get the fuck out! What are you doing?
Sandwiches.
Yeah. And he's gonna book it outside of the circle.
All right, draw us your path.
I'm gonna run down here to the wall. That's 25. That's my full movement. And
Put
he is
yourself
going
in the
to have
corner.
greater invisibility on himself in fear. And that's my last 4th level spell.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't get a long rest.
Okie dokie. Let's take a look at this greater. Do you want to just use it?
You or a creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Concentration up to 1 minute. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on the target's person. Some things can see invisibility with blind sight and other things like that, right? And I have to concentrate on it, and it's only 1 minute, unlike regular. But I can make attacks while invisible, and it doesn't go away.
Wow, that's disgusting. Hence the greater.
Shit, that's good.
It's also a level 4 spell.
Oh, yeah.
I took it specifically to do it to Davos, but anyway, here we are.
That's
okay.
Sick.
So all of you see Edmund go stark white and scamper out the bottom of the circle while screaming various white flaggy Frenchman things. And then when he gets to the corner, he casts an incantation and disappears. All good? Nothing else?
That's it.
It's Davos Deep Throater.
Oh.
Are your dancing lights still going?
Nope. They were 1 minute, so that was just a search around before.
Clear. Okay, Davos, roll another wisdom save.
Okay, well, hopefully that works.
Yeah, I'd really like you to succeed on this. Alright, you just feel your dick swinging in between your legs. You feel like you've made the right decision. You don't move a fucking muscle. You feel like $1 million.
What are the odds I can use a bonus action to give a bardic inspiration from my fear screaming to one of the other guys?
100%.
Alright, I will give a bardic inspiration to Davos. So he can fucking save me.
Oh, I feel a little tingle, and now I'm even more inspired to fucking keep them at bay and figure out what's going on here.
So Davos, your hair is blowing in all directions with the furious screaming of the spirits, and the sound is echoing all around you, and you feel for a moment as if your whole life has led to this point.
It's a D8.
Shit. Oh, it's a D8. Okay, so seeing as this is going in a really crazy direction, Lunaris behind me is all fucking
He's pissed.
Mr. Smithers after a
He's
night of a
so
shit ton of brandy
angry.
and getting woken up in the middle of the night. I'm going to move past this spirit, or just right beside it, into its range, just taking the screaming right in the ear, and I'm gonna pull the Holy Morden symbol out of the door binding that I tied in, and I'm going to hold it up and ask for Moradin's help to calm these spirits.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like it.
So just to be clear, you had tied up the door so no one could get in with this holy symbol, and now you're untying the door, pulling the symbol out, and
Well, I
calling
tied
us.
up the door, but I slipped the cross symbol fucking hammer.
Like imagine
into
putting a
the knot,
crowbar into
like-
a door.
Yeah,
Okay.
just slipped it in. So I'm gonna slip the symbol out and hold it up and ask Moradin for help to calm the spirits, because obviously they didn't come in from the door, so the symbol must have had some sort of like effect to any sort of, I guess I would say, spirits. That's just my take on it.
All right.
But they were already in here with us. You know what I mean?
So
'Cause this
tell
is
us,
like-
tell us a little bit about Morden and Davos's relationship with Morden, and then let's hear your call to prayer.
Well, my only connection to Morden would be Finnick, and just everything that has happened with Finnick on our journey. He was the first one to spark the understanding between not always doing everything so volatile and to try to like help people. And right here, it seems like these things don't really want to hurt us, but it seems like they're in pain that I'm also in, and you know, like right now, this is like the turning point. If we can help them and not have conflict, then maybe that's a way out of this. That's different. That's what he's thinking, at least.
Okay, let's hear your call to Morden.
Okay, I'm gonna say, Moradin, God of Finnick, please help these spirits calm. Lend us your guidance, and I'll lift up the talisman into the air.
And then you hear a hallelujah.
Nice. So as you you start to recite that incantation, and you notice that nothing really happens, and you hold the what is it? A talisman? What?
It's
sort of
Finnick's.
object is it?
It's Finnick's. What do you call it?
Holy symbol?
Holy symbol.
Oh, it's like a relic or like a focus. Okay,
It's a focus.
So
Yeah.
you hold it up into the air and you start saying that stuff, and nothing happens. But you feel your resolve building, and then you repeat it a few more times, and as you repeat it, the words start to take on deeper meaning to you, and then you're not entirely certain whether it's a figment of your imagination, but you see this faint ray of light that seems to shoot at an infinite distance through the mouth of each spirit, almost like it's vomiting a beam of light, only it's also coming out the back of its head. And as this happens, the spirits start to scream louder and louder and louder, but even though they're screaming louder, it's starting to sound fainter, if that makes any sense, almost like it's being muffled. And you feel inside much like you described a minute ago, whereas before you felt hostility and terror from these beings. Now you see them almost as they're like they're in a state of pain, and this is all they can do because they're searching so hard for relief that their entire existence is just crying out in anguish, and you can feel that your presence is not as important to them as you initially may have thought it was, and you feel a stab of empathy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, yeah, I could just tell they're in some sort of pain, and also it might have just been like seeing the more human side of them before they were corporeal into like a spirit form. These might have been like the people of Kaer Morhen that suffered while we were gone.
That's what I was thinking, like maybe 20 minutes ago.
As you think this, you become keenly aware of the fact that they've had many opportunities to hurt you and haven't done so. And as you start to think about this, you notice that the way that their screams are starting to sound is almost like chords, like a choir, like many voices screaming as one.
Oh shit, okay. The last thing I'll do is just like put my weapons away and just grasp the symbol and yell out to the party to drop your weapons and just be at peace.
Awesome. Fucking, you did the prayer so well, I won't make you roleplay that one out. Is that your whole turn?
Yep.
Sweet. Up to you, Scrog. Let's go. So you witness all this from your ready state. Your attention is being torn between the things hitting the outside of the dome and Davos's crazy show that he's putting on over in the corner.
I'm going to direct all of my attention to watching everything else. Davos seems to have whatever he's doing over there semi under control. I'm going to keep an eye on Edmund. Actually, I want to make a move action. I'm going to go out here. Did he actually leave the building?
Who? Edmund?
Yeah.
He left the hut. Yeah, he went right where you see him on the map there.
Okay.
You're not entirely sure where he is because you were not looking there when he disappeared. But from what you heard and from what you saw to your peripherals, you know that he's in one of those 4 squares.
Okay.
So you walk over there.
Do I see him when I get there?
No, you don't see him. The floor, however, is covered in black dust, so you can see signs of Edmund having walked through the black dust into the corner, and you get a pretty good sense that he's there somewhere. You get a pretty good feeling that if you called out to him, you would.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to call out to him and tell him to come to me.
Yeah, Edmund, you hear this? You can act.
On my initiative, or
No, just as a flavor or bonus action.
okay. Strog, we gotta get out. We gotta get out of here, Strog.
You hear the sounds of invisible piss hitting the floor.
So, Scrog, you hear that disembodied voice coming from your left, right around your belt line.
Alright, I'm going to reach down to my belt line and pick him up and move back towards the hut. And tell him it's safer in the hut with the ghost than it is outside of the hut.
I could just see Scrog picking him up like a suitcase. Just
Yeah, like I just imagine how like I pick up my daughter when she's like throwing a fit. I'm just like, nope, scoop you up under my arm. Here we go.
But since they're invisible, it's like, where did he grab him by? Like, you know what I mean? I would see that as so awkward. Like, he's like getting up in his crotch, like he doesn't grab the right place, like he doesn't know where he.
I was considering doing something like that, but in the interest of time, maybe not.
Yeah,
I think if Edmund was frightened, I don't think he'd go willingly back.
Yeah, I was about to ask that actually. I was about to ask that.
Okay, well I rolled a 22 on my strength check.
So Edmund, if you're gonna try not to be picked up, you're gonna have to roll opposing strength.
Yeah, but something must be happening with the invisibility. Like he can deke him because he doesn't know where he is. Like,
well, once Scrog can see. Like Edmund just talked to Scrog. Scrog knows
so he's
where
like
he
right
has
there
to stick his hand to get.
I'm pretty sure invisibility is just disadvantage on rolls, isn't it? It's not that they're actually invisible, or is that?
We're gonna play this for speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want me to roll?
You can roll opposing strength or dex, whichever one you want to use to get away. We're just gonna play for speed. It's friendlies, so it's not critical.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hurt you.
I rolled a 20 and a 1.
Oh, dude. So, Edmund, you get picked up like a sack of potatoes, and you're screaming in terror. You're literally
Here's the other
like.
thing, though.
Yeah.
I have to re-roll 1 as a halfling.
That is right.
Oh, fucking good job. So glad you remembered that. Although you did re-roll twice. Shouldn't you have just re-rolled 1d20?
I think so. Yeah.
Either way, Scrog beat you, so. He picks you up, but with a little less ease than we initially thought. He drags you back in, and this is what's that fucking movie where? Okay, again, playing it for speed. You're absolutely terrified. It's like you're being dragged back into a fucking erupting volcano.
Oh yeah,
you're absolutely panicking. You're digging into Scrog's leathery skin with your nails. You're whimpering and crying like a little bitch. You can hear Scrog is trying to reassure you, but you're so fucking scared that it doesn't register.
Speaking of which,
Scrog,
do I get a save on that, or a chance to try and save from the frightened?
You will in your turn.
Okay.
You failed the save last turn. Maybe I should have given you one on the other ghost, but it wouldn't have mattered because you were still afraid of the other one.
Speak into the microphone, Cote.
Sorry, I'm fucking rocking back and forth like a fucking. What'd you call the psych ward, honky? The sock.
Sock Hotel.
Yeah, that. So, Scrog, you got 20 more feet of movement, so take that with you if you want, or go wherever you want to go.
Yeah, we're just going back inside the circle here.
You're going back inside the circle.
And Edmund's coming with me. And then once I get inside, I'm gonna sit him down, like on the opposite, opposite of where you put him, so that he's like inside the circle, but like I'm in between him and the ghost.
Cool. All right, nicely done.
So I guess I'll just use my 5 movement to move there. And now that I've got him back in here, I'm going to like half of my attention is definitely on keeping Edmund where he's at. And then I'm still trying to scan the area to see what in the hell's throwing stuff at me.
All right, so you don't notice any new flying objects or debris.
Okay. That's it for me.
Yeah. It's the ghost's turn. Okay, this is gonna be weird. Lunaris, I need a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. You feel a strong pull to kind of get up and follow an imaginary path, but you're so twisted in the head and discombobulated that it doesn't even register clearly enough for you to do anything about it. That is all.
Awesome.
And now you're gonna do that save again.
Charisma?
Yep. Nothing new. That is all. Okay. Oh, I need to smoke. I should have rolled more. Not getting up yet, though. Not getting up yet. Alright. Oops. Okay. So, Edmund specifically, but also Scrog somewhat, you notice that right where Edmund was standing when Scrog picked him up and brought him back into the circle, two giant chunks of concrete smash into the corner and explode in a giant ball of shrapnel. And it actually takes out a section of the wall. Like, not to the outside, but it makes a huge crack in the concrete.
Oh, Jesus.
Still no location of where those came from?
Nope, you can't see the origin. You can just see they're flying from somewhere deep within the hospice. And Edmund, you feel quite relieved that your skull wasn't just made into fucking Nutella. That is all. It's Lunaris' turn. Go crazy! Da, 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 da. Okay, I really need to take a piss, so I'm going to use that opportunity to roll a smoke, if that's all right. Lunaris, you might want to decide how you're going to play this.
Yeah.
You've got a really unique opportunity here to get some crazy role-playing done.
Oh, it's going to be fucking great.
All right, BRB.
Should I wait for him to get back, or...? Yeah,
Probably.
Probably. All right, I'll put us on a break if we want to have a fiver here, guys. I'm going to piss, too.
Take pictures.
dead. From this day forth, you put your faith in me. Expecto Patronum! Expecto
Broken kind of build.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lunera Show. Da 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 da. Okay. Before you cast Moonbeam, make 2 will saves as you see the ghosts. Ooh. So, as you look from ghost to ghost, you see the first one next to Davos, and you're not entirely sure what he's doing. Sorry? You see him when you wake up. Yeah, because Scrog kicked you in the ribs and you looked around confused. Like you got a good lay of the land. So, you see Davos with this first ghost, and it looks like he's kind of got it under control, and you don't worry too much about it. But then you look backwards and you see the one right behind you, and you see the scene that I described before with the ghost fucking screaming louder and louder and louder in a chord of anguish, and you become absolutely petrified with fear, and you're gonna have the frightened effect. Well, you don't have to run away, you just can't move closer to it willingly, that's all.
Edmund chose to run because of role-playing.
Just a minute. Frightened. Boink. There it is. Sorry, what do you do? So, like, you like, shoot at him and miss on purpose, almost? The ghost is inside the dome with you.
Is the dome concentration? I don't think it is, because you could sleep in it.
Must not be.
Is Moonbeam concentration? Okay.
Moonbeam. So every given pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius for a 40-foot high cylinder sensor. Oh, I thought it was an attack. Oh, wait, it is. Until the spell ends, dim light fills the cylinder. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time, it's engulfed in blah, 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 blah. It takes radiant damage. You can move it after you can. Okay, so the ghost only has to react to that on its first turn. Okay, so the room is already bathed in moonlight, but you summon a column of even brighter moonlight that seems to engulf this ghostly motherfucker that you're...
Well, I don't think it'll get through the dome.
Well, can't he summon it inside the dome? Does it have to originate from the sky? No, I don't think so. Well, you can say that if you want, but it's not going to work. You know what? It's... What level spell is that? Level 2. Okay, fine. Fine. You have to be able to see the sky to cast that. But... You... Dome is opaque. The dome is opaque. Yeah, I was about to say that. Okay. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay. If you want that spell to enter the dome, you're going to have to dispel the dome first by stepping outside of it. Otherwise, the dome is going to block. It's actually clear in the description of Liamon's tiny hut that it blocks magic.
I think its intent was to not hit the creature.
Oh. Was that your intent? Oh, I'm sorry. I totally missed fucking... That was great. That was so crazy it confused me. Alright, Lunaris casts an incantation. No one notices anything happen. Because the moonbeam is on the ceiling of the church. Okay, got it. There you go, Lunaris. There's your standard action. Does that work out the way you wanted it? Okay, good. Got a move action?
And now there's moonlight coming in from the ceiling.
No, there's not.
Oh, okay.
There's not, because the ceiling is intact. So you see Lunaris casting a spell at an imaginary figure somewhere in the air, and I don't know. You don't know what he's doing.
Okay.
But people outside might get a light show.
People outside would definitely get a light show. Oh, that could
It's like
happen.
a bat symbol.
Can I move to Edmund? We good? We good to move to Edmund? Okay. So Edmund, you can repeat your saving throws, your wisdom saves.
Wisdom, my word to tribute.
Jesus, dude. Give me something to work with here.
Is there any windows that I know of in this place that aren't boarded up? Is there somewhere where I can run to and get out of the building without having to run to the front door?
No, there's very tall, narrow windows that have stained glass in them, but they're so narrow that a person can't fit through them. They're just slits designed to let light in of a certain color.
All right, I am going to cower behind Scrog's legs and load my gun. And if one of the yeah, okay. If something makes an offensive action towards any of my party members, I can hold a spell, right? I don't know. Fuck it. If anything makes an offensive action towards any of my party members or myself, I'm going to shoot them with my gun.
Okay.
Or firebolt. I'm going to shoot them with firebolt. I'll prepare firebolt for it. Cantrip. Yeah.
Oh man, firebolt it is. Let's fucking do this. All right, so Edmund is taking shelter with his human shield, Scrog, and loading his spell up. And it's Davos.
Putting the spells up. So.
Oh, can Edmund also yell, "We gotta get the fuck out of here. Come on, we gotta go, you fucking idiots. Get the fuck out."
Edmund's constantly making 90s video. Actually, that's 2000s. He's constantly making 2000s internet meme references while screaming and running around the dome.
Pork chop sandwiches.
I already had this blank. Fucking nice catch, Blanco Mino. Too bad your ass got sacked. All right.
Yeah.
I already had him. That's right, kids. I already had him. All right, let's hear it, Davos. Let's do this.
Just reading here real quick.
Yeah, no rush. I don't know why I sound like I'm rushing you. I'm not.
No, I don't know. Just do.
It's quite the scene we got going on here. I really hope
Something's
Zen
gotta
sees
happen.
that moonbeam. That would be cool.
So we still don't know where this other creature is that's been hurling the stones at us, right?
You don't even know whether it's a creature. You just know that there's shit flying at the dome.
I know we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, this might be like just desecrated ground at this point or some shit with these spirits, and maybe they just... Our presence is just stirring up more fucking emotion for them and more torture to keep them like bound to their pain that they were in life, I guess. So I will take the action to, because nothing seems to have been aggressive yet at this point as still, so I'm going to untie the door, and once I get it open, I'm gonna swing open both doors and fucking usher everybody out and be like, Edmund's right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Right on. So Davos, you can see he's like working almost like someone that has a gun to his head, and he unlashes the door, throws both double doors open, and you feel a rush of what feels like very warm, refreshing, like early summer June air waft into the church. And now you realize, all of you, even more how fucking cold it was in there before that happened. Actually, no, you don't realize that because you're in the dome. Now, you know what? I already fucking played that incorrectly. Never mind. This dome, for some reason, is going to let temperature through, even though future ones are not, because I fucked up. So you all feel that it's very, very warm, the air that's rushing inside. And so you hear Davos exclaiming to get the fuck out of there. Edmund, specifically, you look with just absolute terror at the ghost standing between you and the door. Davos, do you walk out, or do you just start, like, making hand motions? Okay, it's quiet now. I'm worried. I said Davos,
sorry.
or...
Sorry,
It's okay.
yeah.
I
I'm
thought
going
I got
to-
disconnected.
No, I'll usher with hand signals to, like, get out of here, and then I'll stand on the corner of where the door opens there and just look into the spirit's face and, like, just give it, like, a content fucking, like, head bow sort of thing. Like, we're gonna get the fuck out of here, don't worry, we'll be gone in a second sort of thing.
Okay, let's give you an insight skill check.
Okay.
You realize that Edmund is so afraid he can't bring himself to run out of the building on his own.
He can't see me. Oh, I guess he could hear me. Yeah, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, just freaking out still.
You can see Scrog's arm moving around, whatever you hear. We gotta get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, Davos, you infer this from having seen Edmund run away at the beginning, and from his panicked screams not having subdued in intensity. So you can see from looking at Scrog and from listening to Edmund's voice that Scrog has dragged Edmund back into the circle. Edmund is standing there invisible, being hiding behind Scrog. You can simply tell this because of what you've observed. You know Edmund is invisible, but you're not sure why he's invisible. We'll say if Edmund's cast that spell in front of the party before, Davos would know that he cast a spell. Otherwise, you might wonder whether it's related to the ghosts. So you start ushering everybody out. You can take some other action based on this knowledge now that Edmund is too afraid to move towards you on his own.
Yeah, I'll use my bonus to call out to the. I guess Scrog's the only sane person here right now because one's out of their mind scared, and Lunaris is fucking casting moonbeams into the roof like a madman. So I'm gonna call out to Scrog and be like, "Get their asses the fuck out of here!" And then wave them over again.
All right, Scrog, your turn. You see Davos boot the fucking door open. He seems to have had a flash of insight, and he's begging everyone to evacuate the building as soon as possible. Edmund is trying to run away from you in the direction that he came from, and you can literally feel his feet like running and skidding on the floor, comically, like in a Bugs Bunny cartoon. But you're just holding him back effortlessly. And so you hear what Davos is doing, and
Uh-oh. I think we just lost Kote. Did we? Did I lose everybody? Hello? Hello? Hello?
through his thing, and you're going to drag Edmund with you.
Yeah.
Okay, are you going to interact with Lunaris in any way?
Okay, can I just say something before you do that?
Yep.
For some odd reason, my sound got disconnected, and I was talking to an empty room for like 30 seconds. What did I miss?
Davos realized that Edmund was invisible and being
Okay.
held by Scrog, and that he was too scared to run out of the door on his own, because Davos is yelling at everyone to get away. So Davos yelled at him, "Get the fuck over here." He ushered everyone out the door. Scrog started his turn and beeline towards the door with Edmund in tow.
Gotcha.
So, Scrog, are you interacting with Lunaris at all, or are you just taking Edmund and fucking off?
I'm gonna grab Lunaris by the back of his fucking like shirt and just kind of like drag him with me.
All right, I'm guessing you're not going willingly, Lunaris.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Are you grabbing his body or just his shirt?
Shirt.
Okay.
Well, like I'm trying to grab him to take him with me. You know what I mean?
So, Lunaris, you're going to want to roll strength or dex, whichever is higher. I don't give a shit if you use the skill.
You're still
whatever you want.
raging, Honky?
Technically, no.
He didn't do his self-inflicted damage. Good choice, by the way. Okay, so Lunaris, Scrog is just too much for you. He grabs you and yanks. What's your clothing made out of?
It's like a loose-fitting bathrobe, almost.
Okay. So what happens, the cloth doesn't tear, but it behaves as one would imagine it would behave. Like, imagine someone is wearing a parachute and someone pulls the parachute. So it's like you're being yanked by a giant rubber band,
Yeah.
and the rubber band is your robe. So Scrog's hauling you out kind of like a pig that's been hog-tied, and you're just like rubber banding out the door. So off you go against your will, kicking and screaming. And that takes all of you to the door, and if you want to exit, I can put you all outside. If I can figure out how to open, there it is. Eee.
So do I still have concentration? If I can move at not my own response.
What do you mean?
Like, I was casting Moonbeam when he grabbed me with the fish hook. So does that go away now?
No, you cast it.
So I'm still concentrating. I don't have to do a concentration check.
Nope. So you guys get outside, and you see that as soon as you walk through the door, the ghosts start to scream kind of into the middle of the room, and they seem to forget you existed almost immediately, and they start just kind of floating back to the middle of the room, and the screaming intensifies and becomes even more painful than it was before. Do you guys close the door behind you?
Is there any wood on this building, or is it mostly stone?
It's all stone. The only wood is like inlaid into the stone as an embellishment, and you'd have no hope of getting it out.
Edmund's just going to start casting firebolts inside the room madly until somebody stops him.
That's
Are you going to aim at the ghost?
No, just into the. I'll try to catch something on fire and burn it. He's not really thinking quite right.
Are you trying specifically not to hit the ghost? You're just launching it?
Just launching it.
Roll percentile.
Oh, it didn't roll.
Dang,
68.
Right. The firebolts sail harmlessly past the ghosts, and they leave a giant orange trail of light as they cascade through the building and smack the far wall, creating a pretty display, but no real effect other than some scorch marks on the wall. Anybody else want to act?
Kill
The only thing
it
you can
with
really-
fire!
Yeah. So Edmund is launching spells through the door. That's the cantrip, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, good. Anybody want to do anything else, or are you guys like going to run away, or?
I don't
I'm
fucking
trying to
know
get
what's
outside the door and evaluate my situation because things don't make sense to Scrog.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn to Scrog and say, like, what's going on in there? Like, there's something outside of the dome, and these things seem to be moving towards it now. Do we just leave, or what?
Just so you
What do
know,
we
the
do?
screams are still deafening because you're standing right outside the door. It's open, and the screams are like blowing through the door like a speaker cone.
Oh my god, I don't even know what to do with this whole situation.
I do. Lunaris is gonna step up, and he notices like the ghosts are fucking off, and he just got dragged out by the shirt coat, so he slid into the mud, and now it's like kind of archaically on his clothes in large fucking Brilloed fashion. He looks towards Davos and fucking Scrog, and he's like, "Oh, I see brute strengths you are." Lunaris is gonna put one hand over Davos' shoulder, one hand over Scrog's, and he's gonna cast spirit creatures.
Oh,
What's that?
It's fuck it, just let me find it here. I should have had this prepared, but I just
Spirit Guardians.
Yep.
He calls forth spirits. They fly around him at a distance of 15 feet. Their spectral form appears angelic or fey.
And he's gonna say,
So pixies are flying around.
"You think you can wake me up from my sleep, do ya?"
oh my god, just losing it slightly. I'm kind of a little bit like worried about him here.
And
So are you designating all of your friendlies to not be affected by this, or are they affected by it?
No, we're gonna swing.
What? Oh no!
What?
When Lunaris gets 3 steps of exhaustion, he goes crazy.
Okay, so are you casting Spirit Guardians as a hostile spell?
Yes.
Okay. So, draw a... Oh, it's a 15-foot radius around yourself. Okay. So, you don't have to do anything other than maintain concentration. You just cast it. Okay, so we're still in initiative because Lunaris is attacking the party.
This
So-
fucker needs sleep. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, it's a bad thing to interrupt Lunaris' sleep. He goes fucking wild.
You can click on the green helmet and change him to an enemy if you want.
Ah, good call. Will do. Just delete these guys. Here we go.
You see why this curse sucks.
Oh my god.
Okay. Almost there.
How many points of exhaustion until you die just outright?
5.
Is it 5 or 6?
I'll tell
I
you.
believe
when
it's 5.
6.
Oh, after 5. Yeah, there's 5 levels, and then after 5, you're
The 6th
You're
equals
gone, so
death. Yeah.
yeah.
You'll be fine. So there's a mad swarm of Cornish pixies flying around Lunaris's head, and they're kind of casting burning light at anything that gets close to Lunaris.
And I got one arm around Davos' shoulder, one arm around Scrog, and I'm holding them in with our cheeks
Yo.
pressed together.
You want to make him
Right.
visible, this token?
Oh, sorry, he's not visible. Yeah, good, thank you. Okay, so, let me see. Yeah, there's really no way around this, is there? No, there's no way around it. Alright, so Edmund, you see this happen, and, the door's still open. You can't see the ghost. Let's see, you can't see the ghost, because why didn't you guys close the fucking door? God damn it. So the ghosts have retreated back into the building. You can't see them anymore, but you see Lunaris summon this swarm of pixies, and they immediately start to swarm all three of you, and you must make a will save.
Oh
With
my god.
15. You could pull it onto our token, Sean, to attack us.
Yeah, do you want me to do that instead, Kote?
18.
I don't.
Next
because
time.
This,
Next time.
No, because this is anything that's affected by saves, the halving of damage will not be done correctly by Fantasy Grounds, so I want to do it
Okay, manually.
manually.
Understood.
You can trigger the save with your spell cast if you want. You can trigger the save by dragging the spell onto them. Just don't roll the. Oh wait, no. It's gonna do it right, but is it gonna? Maybe Caleb knows this. Is it gonna take Davos's uncanny dodge and all that shit into account? Is it gonna handle that correctly for purposes of having
I don't
damage?
think it does.
No,
because
He
don't
has
think
to,
it's in my
I believe
nature.
he has to drag uncanny dodge onto his character before it's rolled
Okay,
onto
yeah, no,
it, but
fuck
I
this, we're
haven't
doing it
tested it
manually.
yet.
So yeah, Sean, you or everybody, you can trigger the saving throw if you want by casting the ability, but don't roll the damage on the character. Just roll the
Understood.
damage.
We'll do it
in the
next
chat.
time if it happens.
Yeah. So everybody except Scrog saved. So
Half damage?
let's try it this way actually. Try rolling the damage onto Edmund. And Edmund, I'll take a look at your health.
Well, I didn't save for it. So if if it is half damage,
you're right.
because he didn't roll it on me, it's not
No.
going to calculate it.
You're absolutely right. All right.
But it would
Just for
Scrog,
now,
probably.
Lunaris, just please roll 3d8s. And then do it 2 more times.
Generally, damage is 1 roll.
Oh, it's 1 roll. So excuse me. Sorry. Thank you. So Edmund and Davos, you're going to take 17 radiant damage. You feel what feels like a really
Jesus.
bad sunburn. And you can see that the fairies are kind of like belching holy light
So-
at you, and it's
And
scorching
Lunaris
your
is
skin.
like just laughing
Sorry.
hysterically.
Do you mean we take half damage and Scrog takes full damage?
Sorry, yes, my mistake. You take 8 radiant damage. It's rounded down, isn't it?
Usually, yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much everything.
You guys take 8 radiant damage. Scrog takes 17 radiant damage.
Oh,
and
I
it-
can't
Do I-
under my own wounds. You'll have to
Do I
enter them.
half the half with uncanny dodge?
That is exact. No, I think that's only for dexterity-based saves, isn't it?
There's 2.
Oh, yeah, there is 2.
Yeah, uncanny dodge is the one that's use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
For
So-
area of effects,
I'm thinking of
which this
No.
is.
Wait,
what was I thinking of? I don't remember.
is it area of effect, this one?
I believe so. One of them is, and one of them isn't.
Holy shit, if you put your cursor over the door, it actually says door with a blue rectangle. That's dope.
Oh no, evasion is area of effect. So
This is
You
area
may-
effect.
So, it allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half the damage. You instead take no damage if you succeed.
But it's only if the save starts as a dex save. This one starts as a wisdom
make
save.
sense. Yeah.
So you can use uncanny dodge if you want to, but so you can use your reaction to half that damage, but you can't use evasion.
Okay, so I can half the 8 to 4.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, I'll use my reaction.
You gotta put in our wounds. I think I can't put my own in.
Really?
But
Hey,
Davos,
your
you
character
putting
sheet.
yours in?
Char-
I'm trying to do it on the combat tracker.
Yeah, you got to do your character sheet.
Stuck in DMing.
So you guys are going to take that damage. Scrog,
That was
are
a
you
big
there? I
hit
don't
you were
see
coming
your-
at us with. What the fuck?
Lunaris is not here, man. You leave a message, try again tomorrow.
So 17 damage, right?
17 plus the 8 you already have, yeah.
Okay, so
This is punishment for me getting you guys up so much.
Holy fuck. Yeah, seriously. Well, we might need to knock you the fuck out.
So Edmund, are you still
Smoke
invisible?
a bird in the dome.
Yep. For
Yeah,
1 minute. So we've gone through a couple turns, but
Oh, you're still lots of time. So you're invisible, it's your turn.
okay. And this bird that I just met is becoming hostile against me.
Yep. Well,
Okay.
you can tell that he cast, like, you're a magic user, you can tell that he cast something centered on himself that is now attacking everything indiscriminately. That's what you can tell.
Right. Well, I'm going to get out of the circle, so I'm going to move 25 feet to the north here.
Yep, I think it's a 15-foot circle centered around him. So maybe I'll draw it. I didn't want to draw it because I didn't want to have to move it. But I'll draw it in. Where the fuck is it? Spirit Guardians. It is
If Scrog lets me go, I guess that's another thing.
at a distance of 15 feet. I'm assuming, Scrog, you've let him go, right?
yeah, like we're starting to get into shit.
So this would be a 30-foot circle. No, that would be, because that's a 30-foot radius, so it would be a 15-foot circle. Alright, there's the pixies. Skitch-ba-dounch.
Sketch down. I know what that's from. Rock band.
Ah, fuck. Anything else there, Edmund?
Oh, yeah. I'm debating whether I want to cast Expeditious Retreat on myself and really fuck off, or just start trying to kill Lunaris. I don't see the
knock
things.
his ass out, but I don't know how to do that. Like, I
Tell
don't
you
want
what.
to hurt him that much. I just want to knock him the fucking unconscious so that he can sleep, and then I can pet his beak and go, "Hush, hush, baby bird."
You know what? Has Lunaris ever talked about this with the party?
Nope.
Everyone make a knowledge arcana or a knowledge religion, whichever is higher. The DC is going to be really high, so...
Well, actually, Honky knows that he needs to sleep magically.
Okay.
So Honky would know, actually. He spent a night in Lunaris' shelter.
I'm still dropping that because I'm frightened. Am I still technically frightened or no?
I believe so.
Okay.
Let me double check.
Or can I try and save at least at the beginning of my turn, maybe?
I think it's at the end of your turn. Let me
That
take
would
a
make
look.
sense.
Let me take a look. Let me take a look. Pacha. Yeah, you are frightened for a full minute, so until your invisibility goes away, and you can make the save at the end of your turn. So if your turn's over, you can make a wisdom save.
Okay, well, I rolled a 10, so I don't think I figured out what's going on.
Nope, you have no idea. Let's see what everybody else rolled. No, nobody has any idea why Lunaris is behaving this way. So if you're
Okay.
done, roll your will save.
Back to actions. No, I'm going to try and kill him. Oh, do I?
Edmund's such a sensitive soul. Would he really go
Do
for
I
the kill
try
right
and
away?
kill him, or do I? All right, here. Let's do.
He must have some kind of control spell. I'm sure Edmund would not want to resort to bloodshed right away.
Let's try this.
I knew it. I knew you were going to do that.
And it
Not
failed.
a gutter.
He succeeded on his save. Fuck.
God damn it.
All right, describe what happens.
Edmund panicking is like, he's like, okay, Bird was helping, Bird isn't helping, fucking ghosts. And he's like, huzzah! And he throws out, we're going to say he throws out what looks like a big handful of dice that roll in front of Lunaris' face and all come up into, like, boxcars, and then the dots on the dice start popping off like fireworks, but it has no effect.
Fucking right.
And that's it. That's all. I'll give Grog a point of inspiration. Do it. Scrog, can't you see we got to get out of here?
Bitchin'. All right, make your wisdom save against fear.
No. He will sing "Run Like Hell" by Pink Floyd to Scrog.
Nice.
Because the screaming reminded me of Pink Floyd. So.
Was it Run Like Hell or Careful with That Axe, Eugene?
It was Run Like Hell.
I was going for Careful with That Axe, Eugene. Fuck, I gotta work on
That's
that.
But Run Like...
I can't do it for real or it would overload the mic. Okay, then make your save.
Wisdom sucks.
You are good. You snap out of it. So, Edmund, you grow a pair. You feel your nuts get heavier in your pants. And the effect
Edmund's voice drops a little.
Yeah, it drops an octave, and your frightened is cleared. And now we go to Davos. So, Davos, you've just shrugged off that burning pixie damage like a boss, but you can see Lunaris is just standing there in the middle of the shroud of herdy things. And
I'm hurting.
Edmund's over there. Yeah, Edmund's over there trying to distract him with fucking balloon animals, but it's not working.
Are you muted, Benjamin? Are you muted so we can't hear you?
Okay, I fucking don't know what to do to this fucking bird that's now our enemy, and I don't want to hurt him.
Cut his fucking head off.
Fucking. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna expect his reaction from this. I hope he gives me one, because I'm gonna stop and say it one time, and I'm gonna be like, Lunaris, you're fucking hangry, overtired, fucking squawking, and if you do that again, I'm gonna have to knock your fucking brain around. And
ask him to go from a
Are you persuading me to chill the fuck out?
well, that's more of just a blunt statement, but I do want to hear what you have to say before I decide to knock your fucking head in or not. I don't want everybody to just keep getting hit here. I don't know what's going on. We don't even know what's going on with the fucking spirits in there.
If you had rolled low enough on your insight check, you were going to think the spirits drove him crazy. But you didn't.
Do you got anything to say to me?
Oh, can I respond?
Absolutely.
Oh, fuck, sorry.
This is just loose initiative. It's only initiative for the purposes of damage.
It says, ha 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 ha.
Oh my god.
That's all he responds with. And you see, what used to be like yellow irises coming from the sky have slowly turned a bit dark and more ruby red.
Oh my god.
Like he's laughing like Voldemort when he fought fucking not Gandalf. Fucking what's his name?
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore, thank you. He's just like, ha 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 ha.
Okay, well, I am going to move off to this side of him and using my
head off.
what?
Nothing. Keep going.
Cut his fucking head off.
Using my cunning and my speed, I am going to move quickly and come up on him with a fucking
Love shank.
sneaky little quick move from behind him, and I'm going to smack him right in the top of the head with the pommel of my dagger as hard as I can.
Okay, so if you're gonna... Are you doing lethal damage?
No, but my intention is to get enough concussive fucking brain knocking to get him the fuck out.
Okay, so are you trying to do non-lethal damage?
I don't know. I don't know how we would do
Yes.
that. Like, how do you knock somebody out? Does that have to be, like, literally death? They gotta drop to 0? Or can they not get knocked out?
No, non-lethal damage is a thing you can do. It sounds like he's trying to do that, don't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So I think that is subject to an additional roll, isn't it?
I believe you only can do improvised weapon damage. 1d2. Unless you have a non-lethal weapon, like a sap.
One moment.
But I could be thinking of a previous edition, too.
Yep. Yeah.
Or maybe you could just choose to do non-lethal damage in 5. I don't know. They simplified a lot of things.
Just a second. Oh, you only have to declare it if you're bringing them to 0 HP. That's how it works in 5e. So it's a moot question. Alright, so what kind of attack did you want to make? Did you want to just call it an unarmed strike?
Yeah, I guess you could do an unarmed.
Okay, so you can roll to hit with your dagger. But then, how would I get unarmed damage?
Yeah, that's
Well-
what I'm wondering here.
I believe it's 1d2 for a non-conventional weapon.
But how would we like calculate out if it's enough to fucking knock him around? You know, like to like get him to get his head fucking straight here.
Just so you know, guys, do what you gotta do. Like, you know.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to like kill you to knock you out. I want to get you in a specific spot enough for you to just be like, oh, now I'm out again. Like, I was sleep deprived and now I'm fucking...
Reading here, it sounds like you just attack them normally until you get them down to 0, and then there you're like you could say it now, you're like, okay, we don't want to kill him, we want to bring him to unconsciousness, but you just roll everything else as normal from the sound of things.
So, Davos, what you would want to do is just do your maximum damage until he's getting down to 0, and then when you go to knock him out, just say, I'm not killing him on that last attack. And,
just bringing him to like 1 or whatever.
Yeah, and I'll let you know, like, I'll give you a chance. Like, you don't have to track his HP, I'll tell you.
Okay, well, he's getting a sneak attack because I can do that. And
yeah, you
he's
can.
getting fucking aggered upon here.
Yeah, pop him.
You beat my AC without any pluses.
Oh my god.
What?
You rolled a 12 and my AC is 12. Kind of.
All right. Wait, did he? Oh, he succeeded on the concentration still. Shit.
I don't even remember what he's concentrating on. Is it the
fucking
moonbeam?
spirits. I'm still
it's
in
the
it.
spirits, the aura.
I'm still in the fucking spirit.
Oh, right, of course. Okay. But you still have some move left, but you would have to disengage, but No, we'll see what happens. So, yeah, you hit him. You describe the hit.
Yeah, so I fucking move around him real quick. He turns in his laughter and his wing blocks his sight for one moment, and I just fucking jump up and smoke him in the top of the head with the pommel of a dagger.
Nice. Cool. Doing anything else? Moving?
I guess I could. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking. Why not? I'll do this, and I'll bonus action hide behind Scrog.
Okay. One thing we should have done that I forgot to do is oh wait a minute. I made you all do that already. So you've already Have you all already passed a turn, taken a turn since he cast that?
No, you jumped the gun on when the damage was supposed to happen. It's supposed to start at the start of their turn, so they've all...
Yeah, that's right,
technically-
okay.
yeah, they've all done it
That's
for this
right.
round. When they get to turn number 2 is when they'd have to take it again.
That's exactly what I thought. Okay, perfect. So that would mean that we still need to get through Scrog first. Okay, so you're hiding behind Scrog, is that what you said?
Yeah, I'll move. I'd have to be one more up, yeah.
Yeah, so,
Attack of
okay, so
opportunity.
you're not actually... Well, he's still in melee with you, so what I was going to say is you're not
Oh, I
actually
thought he was
hiding
getting
behind
behind
Scrog. You're not actually hiding behind Scrog unless you move your token back here, or back here, in which case you take an attack of opportunity, so you have to pick one.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Why not? Let's just fucking retcon that and do a disengage action and move outside of his sphere of spirits.
You can do disengage as a bonus, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So instead of the hide.
Yep. Oh, why didn't it accept? There we go. Oh, because that's the edge of the
Now,
map.
Honky, if
Yeah.
you don't power bomb me into the ground, I'm going to be
just
very
gonna put you here.
disappointed in you.
Okay.
You know, you gotta just knock his ass out and take him to a fucking bed somewhere.
All right, Scrog.
Lay him down in
fucking
horrors.
Neutralize the threat, buddy. Let's go, Scrog. What do we got?
Alright, neutralizing this fucking threat. Here we go. He's not airborne or anything, right?
Nope.
Alright.
He's just spinning in circles, being a dick.
Oh, yeah, I got this under control. I'm in a rage.
All right. You're gonna do that yourself, right? I don't have to click that in.
Yep, I can do all that on my own. Rage. It didn't mark the last one, so. There we go. I have venture to rage. I want to grapple attack him. Is he in am I in front of him or behind him?
We're
He's
face to
turning all
face.
over the place. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
fair
well I
enough.
want to wait until I'm behind him and like grapple attack him. And
Cool.
like try to put him in a rear naked chokehold.
Roll your attack.
Scoo-doo.
Ha! Beat it by 1.
I
Oh,
do
You
or
beat
you
your
do?
AC. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you were supposed to. Was he supposed to roll just a regular attack there? Or no, it was a strength check, right? Strength plus proficiency plus d20.
No, regular attack.
Regular
We're
attack,
just-
like with his weapon.
Yeah. By 5e, we're just trying to bring him to 0 as quickly as possible.
No, but he's grappling though.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to put him to sleep. Like,
yeah, with his
rear
weapon.
naked, yeah.
A non-magical weapon. Either way, he hits, right? Like,
He hits.
It's going to be higher than that. So,
So roll your opposing acrobatics, athletics checks then.
Athletics, you said?
or acrobatics.
Scrog rolls acrobatics. You roll. Sorry, Scrog rolls athletics because that's the strength-based one, and you roll
Yeah.
either athletics or acrobatics, whichever you want. Oh God. Oh well, there you go. Yeah, so he's got you.
Do I get a second attack still?
That was your attack.
Right, but I get a second attack, right?
No, yeah, only if the first action
If you have
was an
two.
attack. Yours was
Yeah,
a
if you have
grapple.
2 attacks per turn, now you get another one.
Oh, does he? Even though it wasn't an attack action he issued?
A grapple is an attack action.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I just
Alright,
figured
I'm going
because
to
it didn't do any
fucking
damage.
yeah, I put him in a rear naked chokehold, and I'm just gonna fucking
Try and strangle him out.
Yeah, yoke him down. You know what I mean? Like sleepy pie, you go sleepy bird.
So you're gonna just try and like pull him to the ground.
No, I'm trying to put him to sleep. Like I'm like he's not as tall as I am, right?
He's trying to do a chokehold.
Yeah, rear naked chokehold. Like
Oh.
wrap my arm around his neck and just like cut it off for a second until he goes night night.
Yeah, I know.
How to
There's no.
handle
It's
that.
weird how there's no actions for that in D&D. Actually, right? Kind of just
There
like
used
all
to
based
be.
off damage, but
When a
Okay,
creature runs into breath, its show gets 5 or number of the cost.
I've already found it too. Yeah. I love Google.
okay.
So,
So is it kind of like drowning, where you like
Yep.
have a few turns?
Precisely. So
It's a
Lunaris,
long time.
so long as you're grappled, you cannot breathe until you break the grapple. You can hold your breath equal to a number of minutes, to up to 1 minute, plus your Constitution modifier minutes. So
It's a
this
long,
is going
long
on for a long
Christ.
time. Yeah. So Scrog, you're grappling Lunaris. He clearly can't breathe. He's struggling to get away. Well, tell us if you're not struggling, but I'm assuming you're struggling.
Oh, this is fight
Um,
zone, man.
Yeah,
Club.
so
You
that's
might-
about it. You guys are fisticuffs. Anything else? Just grapple, no move.
I mean, do I get to drag him with me?
Yeah, I think you can move half speed.
I'm gonna drag him with me and move him closer to Davos.
If I'm
Get
getting
this
hurt by
fucking
those
spirits out of there. Fuck that. No.
areas, you're getting hurt by them too.
All right, there you go.
You're gonna put this guy to sleep.
As he's doing this, I'm making the cross arms like cutting off. Like, no, don't bring him over here.
All right, so let's
Like,
put us on actual squares here, Cote, for me. Could you do that?
Yep.
Like, so that we're not all fucking...
Yeah, it's your turn now.
Okay, so that's exactly where everybody is? Okay.
Yep.
Alright, you're gonna see Lunaris, like, getting the
Well,
shit choked out of him, and he's gonna
Just
be
a second. That's not where everybody is because you guys are on the same square. I apologize. There you go.
Alright, is Davos closer? Because he fucking stabbed me? Punched me? Gotta be, like, within 5 feet of me.
He moved.
Oh, did he disengage? I thought
Yeah.
Frog, you said you were dragging Lunaris closer to Davos. Did you want to drag him into melee with Davos?
No, I wanted to stop that 5 feet away.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you guys are both there. I'm going to put you like this just so you can see that you're both there, but you're both on that square.
Understood.
Oops. I'm going to change the circle space. There we go. Go ham.
Alright, I'm going to... So, Lunaris is, like, struggling to breathe, pulling on Scrog's arm, and then you see him wave his hand, and the spectrals disappear,
Okay.
and he's going to cast Guardian of Faith.
Question: can he speak if he's being strangled?
Let's check.
That's a question.
I mean, the answer is no, but let's check. Oh, it's a verbal spell. Oh, you ain't casting that, bucko.
Okay.
Good point, Caleb. I'm not saying I wouldn't have caught it, but I certainly might have not caught it.
I was going to cast Guardians on the ground and then drag Scrog into it for 60 damage.
That would have been pretty cool. I wish he would have been able to, but unfortunately,
Fuck.
he has your windpipe crushed.
Unfortunately, no oxygen.
I'm just going to scratch at his arm with the talons and try to break free.
I thought you were going to say, I'm going to scream, and I was going to say, no, you fucking ain't. Alright, alright, so I guess you're going to make another acrobatics, athletics, and Scrog's going to make the same.
So you're saying a grapple is an attack action?
To initiate a grapple against someone is a strength check that uses an attack. It uses a standard action. And to try and break free, I don't know whether that's... I think it is a standard action, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to try to break free, obviously. Actually,
Yep,
no.
yep.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab onto his arm, and I'm going to cast Bestow Curse.
Does that require verbal
I'm
somatic?
checking.
Oh, no, wait, I can do that. Yeah,
It's
verbal,
verbal.
somatic. Fuck. Trying to think here. Everything.
You guys hear Lunaris making these
Yeah, no, I'm
crunkling
going to
noises as
scratch.
the
I'm
air
going to scratch his
wheezes
arms
out.
and try to get out of it. Bird talon scratch.
Alright, so you're
my
just
only
basically
option.
making the skill check to get out then. So let's roleplay it like you're scratching him, but just make the skill check.
And it was athletics again?
Whichever's
Or
higher, athletics or acrobatics.
No, it's definitely athletics.
The escapee you can choose. And then Scrog, make your athletics.
I don't think he can fail.
No, I don't think he can. All right, give us a roll.
Again. I wonder why that happens.
And you literally just pick him up by the throat over your head.
Yeah. That's a great decision because since choking him is not working, we're just gonna beat him unconscious.
Yeah, and he starts flapping his wings to get away as you're holding him by the throat, and it looks a lot like a seagull or something like that. Some kind of bleeding seabird, bleeding flavor.
Help!
All right.
Help!
All right, it's Edmund's turn.
Imagine a seagull got
Oh,
caught
Scrog,
in
sorry,
the
did you want to
net.
drag? No, I shouldn't have gone to Edmund. I'm sorry, I missed two things. One thing, Scrog, make your wisdom save for the pixies.
I think you dropped it, didn't you, Sean? Or no?
Oh, well, he said he was gonna, so he
would
could cast
he
the
would
other
have
spell.
to, man. He's been choked. He's definitely
No,
broken
he's-
concentration.
It persists after he casts it.
Oh,
So, yeah, sorry about that. You need to make that save again. So it would be,
scary throw. Wisdom save. That's
yeah.
a 10.
So you fail, you take 3d8 radiant damage.
3d8.
18 radiant damage. So these
Oh,
little
that's
pixies,
so
you're holding on
disgusting.
to Lunaris, and he's flapping about, but these
Now
little
that's half,
bitches are
though,
just
right? Because
tearing at you.
I'm raging.
I don't think so.
But
No, it's
that's
physical
typical.
damage, isn't it? That you resist?
I'm pretty sure it's everything except for psychological.
It says all physical right in the resistant.
Resist all except...
Like right under Scrog's name in the combat tracker.
Oh yeah, resist all physical.
Oh, all but psychic. I'm
Yeah,
reading
it's
it
all
wrong.
but
That's like
psychic.
Too far back. You're right, Scrog. You're right, Honky. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh yeah.
So half
Okay,
that to
yo.
9, and then I'm also going to get you to go back and half the damage from the last one. So do 9 damage to yourself, and after that,
8.
give yourself back 8. Yeah, so I guess take 1 damage overall. Good call. And then let us know if
Holy
you're
shit.
moving with Lunaris before I go to Edmund.
Could I just slam him? It's not my turn, right?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked. And I also shouldn't have made you take that damage. I'm fucking it up bad. That's alright. You won't take it at the start of your next turn.
Okay.
I get so confused. Edmund wasn't in the circle. There's tried to bait grapple. Now it's Edmund, and Edmund doesn't take the damage either.
Okay. Do I want... You know what? I can see my buddies getting hurt by this. I'm going to try and dispel the... Yeah.
Alright, make your
Within
ability
range.
check.
DC equals
13,
10
I
plus the
think.
spell's level.
13 or 14. If it's close to that number, we'll look it up.
My spellcasting ability. Where do I see my spellcasting ability? Is there a way I can just roll it? Maybe I can
Just-
just do...
D20 plus PV plus you're a bard, so it would be critical,
Oh, wait.
wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's right here. Do.
There should be a part on the character sheet that says your spell saves for every stat. Just so you can just look and be like, oh, that's what it is.
Well, he just has to make a skill check of whichever one of his 6 skills is his bard spellcasting skill, right? Isn't that what it is, Kalen?
Yeah, your proficiency bonus. But yeah, no, I'm proficient in it anyway, so... 20.
So yeah, you're gonna successfully dispel that.
Alright, so Edmund will, kind of getting back, not being terrified anymore. He will take out his pan flute and blow a somber tune, and the notes and the wind coming from the bottom of the pan flute will blow away his spirit guardians.
Sweet. This happens as described. A sweet melody plays in the moonlight, and the pixies seem to kind of all scatter in different directions, and as soon as they get 15 feet away from Lunaris, they disapparate. Fuck, I'm gonna get this box out of here. There we go. You moving?
Nope. Nope. And remember, you both have a
D-spelled.
You both have bardic
Inspiration.
inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, it's time for Davos. So
Okay.
Davos, you see this fairies go away. Scrog has just dragged Lunaris over to you. He hasn't reached you yet. Lunaris
Okay.
is suspended
Well,
in the air.
while
like
he's
a throat.
still, he's still holding them. I'm gonna dip, dive, and dodge over here. Fucking run up in front of him, and again, I will use sneak because I'm the only one within 5 feet of an enemy. Well, I guess Scrog's he's behind him, so that doesn't count, right?
That doesn't count, yeah. So would he get advantage because Lunaris is restrained? Like in 4th edition, this would just be flat-footed AC.
Well,
No.
also we're flanking too now.
Yeah.
No, there's no advantage for being grappled. You just
Alright.
can't move.
Victor says, I love Bardic Inspiration in the chat.
You would just think that the character being attacked wouldn't be able to use his dex to put his AC up, right?
You would think that, but it's not the way.
Okay. Swing your
Okay.
shit.
Well, I'm sneak attacking his fucking solar plexus so that he runs out of even more air.
Okay.
I am just going to give him. I'm holding the 2 daggers like I'm gonna attack him with daggers, but really I'm just gonna fucking kame fucking like one man punch right to the solar plexus. The dagger is the knuckle stuffer.
Alright, roll that shit.
Oh, it's the worst.
Defender wins. Fuck you.
Well, Bardic Inspiration.
Or no,
No,
it's the
Defender-
reverse for in this now.
12, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I thought we were playing 3.5 for a second.
Wait, do you have to say you're gonna use it before?
Oh, it's Victor.
You hit him anyway.
Yeah, you hit him.
Oh, I hit him with 12?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Fuck him
Oh,
up.
shit. Alright.
Kill this bird before Zen comes back. Zen comes back from the bar. The party's killing each other.
Yeah.
Right, so that no longer applies because the...
Gotta
Pixies are
deactivate
gone.
it on my character.
Yep, I'll do it.
Gotcha.
Bye-bye, Spirit Guardians. Bye-bye, Moonbeam. Bye-bye, Frightened.
So as I punch him, for some reason, it's just so fucking hard that you see, the fucking robe blow up on both sides of him as it fucking hits his chest. It's just like wind behind it. Fucking Goku secret punch.
Good. Good. Alright. Alright, Lunaris, how's that feel, buddy?
So you can see Lunaris starting to like his eyes are growing more red by the second as long as this combat persists. And Honky's Scrog's got him around the neck, but he reaches down into his pocket and you see him pull out a small little chicken foot on a string and he presents it up in the air and he channels his Twilight Divinity.
How does that look? Is it a gesture of peace?
He kind of raises it like a mummified head up into the above his head kind of thing, and he just kind of presents it to the moonlight that he's now in outside.
Okay,
All
that
right.
makes me think even more crazy shit.
So Scrog, while he's being grappled by the throat, the Lunaris is doing this stuff. So it looks like he stopped attacking. Looks like he stopped trying to cast spells, and he's just thrashing around like a fucking dipshit now. So it's up to you what you want to do with him.
Oh, I'm still putting him to sleep.
Excellent. Do it.
So he is in the air and choke. Like I'm still choking him, right?
Yeah.
It's like I'm just like walking around like Kane does with motherfuckers.
Yeah, you just see him fumbling for something in his pocket and he's trying to get some shit out.
Alright. I'm going to literally just like keep a hold of him. And I'm going to like smash him into the fucking ground and pick him up and smash him into the ground. Just kind of like, go to sleep.
Alright, for simplicity's sake, we're going to call that a standard attack. So, roll away. But it happens exactly as you described it.
So do you want strength opposings or just
Nope, just attack. You're attacking him, just like you're attacking an enemy.
I don't think you can miss him either.
23.
No, I don't want to spend
I guess
a lot
he
of
could.
time analyzing this.
7 or
Just deal
below.
the damage.
No, 5 or below.
23.
Yeah, get in there, deal your damage. His AC's 12.
Okay. So
Imagine that this had to happen if I actually had my armor.
Oh, you'd be just as dead.
So how do I do the damage? It's just 1 plus my strength modifier, right?
No, if you're going to deal regular damage because you're trying to take him down, so just take your regular attack damage and roll it right onto Lunaris. Unless you think you're going to do 26. Well, we know that you're not trying to kill, right? Are you guys all agreeing that you're not killing him?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So just roll regular attack damage. When he reaches 0 HP, I'll tell you he's knocked out.
Wait, is Scrog attacking Lunaris right now?
Oh yeah. Hey, what's up? How was the brewing?
Oh, fucking sucked.
Yeah.
90 minutes to 240. What'd you do? Dump too much rye in?
No, it wasn't even my fault. It was we were reboiling because we were making a sour, and the guy that made it in the first place didn't reach the target number, but said that he did. So when we tested it, we're like, wow, we are so far under that it took that long to boil up to what it was supposed to be.
Wow. That's why all craft beer is awful.
Yeah, people like Victor make it.
Thanks.
Carry on. What?
I mean, technically you didn't fuck up, you just made the fuck up.
No, I fixed the fuck up.
Yeah, but you still had to continue making it.
Yeah, I don't get to choose not to make it.
I'd have peed in it.
All right, does anybody have any critical activities that they need to get in here before this?
No. If we can all, I'm okay agreeing. If you guys just wanna like, I don't think Lunaris has much of a chance here.
Yeah,
we're all gonna work.
Okay, so we're done.
Honky
Lunaris
gets a
is at
second
0
attack,
HP.
just let him finish it.
Finish the fight. I have no
Okay.
idea what's going on. I need a minute to.
Honky's got a second
Unwind.
attack, just let him
We're
do it
gonna
and
tell
it'll be
you.
over. I got 10 HP
Yeah.
left, let's go.
Honky, roll.
Okay.
And then we can have a pause and explain to Victor what happened. Go get drinks and
You
shit.
hit.
Smoke him in the
Do
dome.
damage.
Bam.
He's
Heyo.
sleeping.
Dome.
I didn't roll it
Alright.
on him though, like a
That's
jackass.
fine. Don't worry about it.
Right. That way you didn't have to fix him being dead.
So with the final crash, you just see Lunaris' head kind of tilt back, until the point where he falls flat on his back, and he's just fucking out cold.
Here we go. Perfect opportunity. So, let's take a break. 10 minutes at least. You guys explain to Victor what just happened.
All right.
I'm gonna.
Prefix and welcome to the Caspian Sea. Have you ever asked yourself, how does Batman choose a suit before every outing? I believe he points at one, says that one, and then he fucks. If you've ever asked yourself that question, I believe you will enjoy Caspian Sea Season 3. With the soothsayer defeated and Edmund's mind returned, the party find themselves walking the streets of Kaer Morhen. While the party, still high on the hard-fought victory, realize that Kaer Morhen isn't what it used to be. Kaer Morhen almost seems to be in pain, weeping salty tears across the landscape of broken windows and shell holes present in most structures across the land. Davos quickly realizes that not only Locke but some of the other citizens have quite the issue, with the party deserting Kaer Morhen in a moment of need. And with no familiar faces or allies to rely on, our heroes try to find out what's going on. I'm gonna grab onto him and we're gonna float down to the beach, and I'm gonna build a sandcastle for Umbreon. You're gonna help me.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Well, if I can move underneath the overhang and still keep an eye on Davos, I'll do that.
Zen's goal of walking in here was to try and like ask people, you know, like, hey, I've heard this town was supposed to be a nice bustling hotspot that was like starting to, you know, actually make a name for itself, and everything here seems really downtrodden and poor. What's been going on in the town? Like, this is not what stories of Kaer Morhen outside of here have been.
Orc traveler come from away on a ship.
I'm going to grab his finger and slowly pull it back down to where it should be.
What is that on your back? He points to your weapon.
That's my protection, just in case the merchant ships that I travel with happen to come into trouble.
We'll stand there and just look at her and say, I really am so sorry. Things have changed. Things have happened to me that I never thought would. And whatever you need, we can make happen. You've done whatever you can for this town, and whatever you want for me to be gone or us to not be involved, anything you want you can have. We just want to make things right. We had to leave to make things right in Tatooine, and we want to make things right here again.
Turns to you and tries to start listening. She tries to open her eyes, but she can't because she's crying too hard. And then she falls onto you and starts kind of crying into your collarbone area, and she's just hysterical. And then time she's doing that, she starts kind of like punching you a little bit with hatred on the front of the shoulder, like she's kind of holding you in spite of herself.
So guys, if you like what you see and you want to see more, please check us out on D20 Tactics. It's a YouTube page that's up for everybody, young and old, for D&D players and non-D&D players alike. If you're interested in our Discord, we have that as well. Feel free on coming in. We do kind of Q&As and chatting afterwards in our own special private Discord server where everybody is welcome. And if you guys want to see more, make sure to check out our live streams. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy Caspian Sea Season 3.
put your faith in me. Expecto Patronum! Expecto
Please scolding Victor. Ongoings. Oh, I'm really glad you didn't find out what else was waiting for you in there, because it wasn't good. Alright, Victor, I need you to join me in a different room.
Oh,
Can I come in there too and like take my headset off till you text me so the stream can see it?
Yes, you can.
Okay. All right, we'll be back in a minute, boys.
Logging into the stream.
Well,
Yeah,
if
none
want-
of you watch the stream while this is happening. Alright, you want to move Victor into here? There we go.
Okay, so I'm going to let's see here. I'm going to mute myself.
Just come back in like a minute, and if we're still talking, just... Okay. Okay, that's fine. Good shit. Fuck. Alright, so you remember you ended in, great. You ended in Hack Meats, right? Remember that?
yeah,
So-
I remember that.
So everybody else fucked off whenever Scrog started that bullshit up at the guard. And
Okay.
you were so surrounded by people from buying that huge fucking steak for everybody that you never really heard what was going on because the crowd was all just hip hip hooray and your shit like all out everywhere. So you had kind of assumed that everybody else got lost in the crowd, but you didn't really care because you were having such a good time being zen, just like you were in your element. Everybody in the tavern kind of crowded around you, and you had kind of had like a, you regaled yourself with them for several hours, and you tried to gather information about what the fuck is going on here by being your persuasive self. So in order to figure out what you're going to have learned while these guys were doing all this bullshit, because what happened is you got there late evening. It's now about 4:30 in the morning. The sun's just starting to come up, and these guys have walked out the front of the church, and you guys are having such a good time at the pub with all the fucking meat and food flying around and Hack Meat serving drinks on the house that you're still partying into the wee hours of the morning. So roll a the fuck was it? I had already decided them ahead of time. What would you want to use for an information gathering check? I was thinking persuasion, but I can't remember what the fuck it was. Whatever your best set.
Persuasion is definitely what my best is. Zen
Just
has
roll
an-
one of your double proficiencies, persuasion or performance, whatever you want.
Yeah. So with persuasion, I don't know how it works in Fantasy Grounds. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But the bard ability is if it's less than a 10, it becomes a 10 for persuasion.
Like total or just the die roll?
The die roll. If the die roll is less than 10, it becomes 10.
Okay.
So that is a 21, despite
Okay.
it saying a 19.
Now roll insight to see how well you're able to assess hidden meaning and what people say. Okay, now roll a percentile
15.
to see how lucky you are.
Nice.
Wow.
87.
Cool. So,
Give me info.
oh, I will. You, this is the information you receive. I'm just going to give it to you in a very dry way. Probably 90 to 95% of the people living in Kaer Morhen are not from Kaer Morhen, because everyone that lived there when you guys were last there is either dead or left. All that shit that was happening in the woods up in New Haven that caused Spisker's caravan to be slaughtered started happening really dragon glass, and they found the whole town slaughtered. Then you're not entirely sure how this happened, but the final result was that all of the dead bodies were gathered and they were burned on the altar of Phoenix Hospice, because there was so much wooden debris and destruction around that anywhere that they would have burned the bodies would have risked setting the whole rubble town on fire. So they were burned in the church. And if you're smart enough, or your character's smart enough to realize this, you'll probably realize that's why Phoenix Hospice is haunted. And they were attacked by ghosts just
So
now.
yeah, so all the bodies that were there, that was the original Kaer Morhen people that are now dead.
Yeah, like the bodies were mangled and fucked up. Like, no one's really sure who they were, but you're pretty sure it was the original Kaer Morhians based on the stories that you're hearing. But you just know that everyone who moved into the town since knows that before they arrived there was a huge pyre in the chapel where they burned all of the dead bodies. Nobody had arrived yet because it was just the first few people that came. And you don't know exactly why all of these new people have funneled into town and are now rebuilding it. You haven't quite got the lay of that. But what you have been able to figure out is that a lot of them used to be farmers that used to farm the land around Kaer Morhen, and a lot of them have switched to being fishermen. And you heard a lot of stories about people grumbling about getting used to being seasick. There's a lot of shit talking about, just people not wanting to be on boats. Like, the people have switched from an agrarian lifestyle to a maritime lifestyle. The people that have moved here are mostly from inland. You're not entirely sure, but they seem to be motivated by wealth. There's a real vibe of like Mexicans picking berries in the southern U.S. that are sending all their money home to their families in Mexico. It's got that kind of vibe, but you're not really sure what the industry in question would be or what the source of the money would be. But everybody is kind of living hand to mouth, even though they seem to be making a decent income. They seem to be working because they're complaining about their work. And you hear some activity. You heard some talk about mining and how people are sick of pushing mine carts and how the equipment is so primitive and how they're dirty all the time. But you never really engaged with that because it was just overheard.
Okay. But like these people that were farmers that have now come over to like work the coast as fishermen and whatnot, they're I think that they're sending money back, which implies that like they didn't leave their farmland because like it was inhabitable by anything. They like there's still people living out in these farms. These people just thought they'd make more money fishing. Is that correct?
No, they complain about not being able to farm anymore because of the violence and the fiend attacks.
Okay.
Yeah, their farms have been pillaged and they're afraid to return. That's why they're living in the safety of the town where the guards are protecting the walls. They're afraid to return
Gotcha.
to their homesteads.
Okay. And do they know what was attacking them?
Just like fiends, like evil fiends in the wild, the same sort of like, like cursed beasts and shit like that. The same stuff that took out Fisker's caravan.
Okay.
I have more, but I'll let you ask questions if you want.
I don't think I've got any other questions. I'm just trying to make sure that I have a decent understanding of
Yep.
what was going on. Because I actually joined after Fisker was around, so I don't really know much about what happened to his caravan, other than it was attacked. But I guess now I know it's basically cursed beasts. They're here. They're pushing people into Kaer Morhen. They're all different people than what used to be here. They're not necessarily happy here, but it's safer here. The guards are very abusive, but they don't mind because at least it gives them a little protection so that they can focus on finding a general sense of basic human needs.
Yep.
Okay.
So now to specifics. There are a lot of people in town who are waiting for ships to be built that they've commissioned, whether it just be a dinghy or whatever, something that they could use to travel or make money with. There seems to be a high demand for the construction of boats. That's something you've been able to pick up. And another more important thing you've been able to pick up is that Hackmeat, the inn proprietor, is deeply mistrustful of the town guards. And you notice that he seems to have a sort of consortium of like-minded thinkers that are usually in his immediate area. Not like a harem or anything like that, but just kind of like he's a very charismatic person who seems very principled, and he seems to be always in the company of people who share those principles.
Gotcha.
And you question whether he might be part of some kind of sect or organization that might have some kind of higher purpose.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was about to ask based off of what you said. I was like, I'm not saying that he is, but if I was going to expect anybody to be in some sort of revolutionary or resistance party, it would be him.
Yeah.
So he's I'm getting the feeling that he's more than just a barkeeper.
He is. Yeah, you definitely know that. He has a checkered past. He's done some... Have you ever played Neverwinter Nights 2?
I have not. I've wanted to, but...
That's all right. So he has a checkered past. He's been involved in some warlike activities that he's tried to put behind him, and he serves food as his kind of muse and tries to help the needy. He keeps company with a lot of other barbarians and a lot of other druids that you haven't met, but he seems to be really attuned to nature. He's a real tree hugger, and he's always talking about the natural order of things and how a lot of what Orcan kind and other races have done to the land is a blight, and how it should all be left in its natural state. He just seems like a Greenpeace type kind of dude.
Gotcha.
What else should I tell you? He also seems to be in town. He seems to be in Kaer Morhen because his cohorts from said organization, which may or may not exist, are also in town, and they seem to be in town for a reason that has something to do with their higher principles. But you're not quite clear on what that was because it became a little bit awkward when the conversation went there. Almost done.
Okay.
You also heard about how the guards that Scrog accosted before, people put up with them and they're relatively happy that they're there, but there is a lot of interaction between the guards and merchants, and a lot of money changes hands, and it seems like there's some kind of undercurrent of dirty industry going on in town, and Hackmeat kind of doesn't want to talk about it, but every time it comes up, he kind of frowns, and you can tell that he wants to do something, but for some reason, it's just one of those taboo subjects that no one wants to raise. But it's clearly like there's a heavy black market economy feel to the whole place, a heavy mercenary feel to the whole place, a heavy smuggling contraband feel to it.
Okay. And I'm getting the opinion that it's the guards doing, like,
You
Are they
can know the
pestering?
guards are involved. No, you just see them. You hear people talking about how they see the guards take and give money to entering and exiting trade caravans, which always come by water taxi because it's an island.
yeah.
So there's a lot of most of the goods come and go by water taxi to the mainland where New Haven is, and there's always guards at the docks taking money from people, giving other things out, just engaging in miscellaneous shady dealings. You only heard it secondhand when hearing other people talk about it, so you really don't know much. You just know that there's mistrust and there's a lot of money going around. That's the thing that really sticks with you. Somebody is making bank off this. And whoever that person is probably not in town.
Yeah.
Some kind of absentee overlord. And that's basically going to be it, man. So that's what you learn while cavorting with the locals all night. And as the sun comes up, right before the sun comes up, what's going to happen is you're going to stumble. Does Zen engage in any sort of vice activity like smoking pipe or anything like that, or anything that would take him outside of the bar, like going out for a smoke?
I never considered that. I mean, he's a big storyteller, drinker, partier, right? So like he probably stays with the crowd as much as he.
Okay, I can work with that. So what's going to happen is a couple of other people that you're in a really close conversation with. We'll just say it's two other humans. They're going to go out for a smoke, and you're going to go out with them. All three of you are going to see this really bright beam of moonlight shining down about 100 feet away, and it's really, really freaky. It's like it's exactly how it would sound. It's like a giant spotlight of incredible brightness coming from an infinitely high place in the sky, and it's centering on a place that's just a few feet in front of you. And as you all go out front, the two humans notice this, and they start frantically talking about it, and being in the drunken state that all three of you are, they impulsively run over towards it. And let's just say that you follow them just because it's right there, and you want to see what the fuck. And you've grown to like these two people, and you believe that they have information that you could use. You're engaged in a process of trying to extract information from them while being their friend. And if you're okay with it, we'll just say that you follow them down the street, and you find the party attacking Lunaris. Or if you don't want to play it that way, we can leave you in the bar, and I could railroad the party up to the bar. It's up to you.
Ooh. No, that's fine. Right, I'm good to get information from these two and start right where.
Cool.
Like, am I coming around the corner right as Lunaris is being slammed into the ground?
Yep, exactly. You are going to follow. These two humans will come around the corner first. You'll follow them, and we'll have the meet cute, and then we'll go from there. All right, you want to hop back over?
Sure.
Sweet.
Okay, dude.
Okay, peace out.
Peace out.
Okay,
Whoa, what's up?
let's do
Good.
it.
Chicken butt.
All right, I'm gonna put you.
Speak
on
louder
this
into the
map and
microphone.
Push it. I'm mumbling to myself. Thank you. All right, 1 second. Put everybody on the map and fix the lighting. So for everybody that was just involved in the Lunaris encounter, you notice that you've slept through most of the night, and not through most of the night, but some of the night, and then this has taken up most of the rest of it, and the sun is just starting to come up now. Let me just get this on the fucking map, Rooney.
Do we have a way that we're moving Lunaris yet?
Dragging.
So I figured.
Shit.
Use his beak as the wheel and wheelbarrow his legs. It'll slide like a plow through the earth.
My entire map is black now.
Alright, you should have the Kaer Morhen map now.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so right after you see, right after Zen drops, you guys, there's not Zen, right after Lunaris drops, you guys all at the same time, actually no, we'll say Davos sees it first because he has a higher passive perception. Davos, you look up and you see Zen kind of drunkenly stumbling, but he's got his wits about him, but you can tell he's had a couple drinks. He's stumbling behind these two humans that are running toward you guys. And he's kind of dashing to keep up with them.
Okay.
And Zen, you run around the corner following these two humans, trying to figure out what this beam of light is coming at the ceiling of the church. And you see these two humans catch sight of the party, and they stop dead. And they stare at this fucking menagerie of creatures that's just put down a bird. So you guys have now run into each other. So
Okay.
take it away.
Yeah, I guess I'll turn over to my friends and just kind of pat them on the shoulder and laugh and be like, I should have known that when shenanigans were around, my party's not far behind. And I'll just saunter off towards them. And I'll beckon the friends to come along if they want to.
Right on.
Kote, I can hear Victor through your mic.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Apologies.
All right,
Continue.
yeah, no, that's fine. That should fix it. So I'm going to unlock the tokens. I think they might already be unlocked. Nope, now they're unlocked.
Ooh, I can move myself.
So you can just theater of the mind, the humans. So there's two humans behind Victor. He beckons them to come, and they slowly walk up behind him.
Okay.
Edmund he'll be patting the dirt off his turtleneck, and as he's doing it, the spell of invisibility will fade. And well, that was a failed experiment. Shall we find an inn, maybe?
Don't forget about your camp, guys.
What why is Lunaris passed out?
Where to go, Popeye?
And he does not look good, by the way. He's covered in mud, like, all over his face. He's wounded, he's bleeding, yeah.
It looks like the Undertaker grabbed a hold of him and just kept fucking choke slamming him until he fell asleep. Because that's exactly what happened.
I was like, are you still doing that?
No.
You still,
No.
you motherfucker.
Get some.
Speaking of which, we're leaving the bird here.
I'm gonna throw him over my shoulder.
No, we're not.
Yeah, I'll look over to Edmund and be like, somewhere to sleep sounds nice. It's been pretty hectic. I didn't get any sleep, and I'm gonna turn to Zen and be like, how was your night? We had ghosts attacking us, and this motherfucker lost his mind and casted moonbeams into the roof.
My night was filled with revelry. I told you guys you should have just come and enjoyed a meal, but instead, you've gotten up to some more ridiculous shenanigans.
The guards of this town don't seem to like where you were.
That I have also noticed. But They don't seem to be too much interested in the going-ons elsewhere, from my understanding.
A meal actually sounds really nice now. I'm like super hungry.
It's like 4 in the morning. You think the bar's still open? Why do you think I'm outside?
Well, fuck, let's figure out something. Like, where do we go?
Let's go rob them.
I feel like that's not a good idea.
Now it turns into a heist operation like the race. No. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
guys are all
laughing
feeling
'cause I'm
pretty tired.
overtired. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
overtired at this point. Laughing, fucking, we just beat up a friend. Shit's really weird. Zed looks good though. He looks like he had a decent night.
Oh, I had a great night.
I'm gonna
Do I-
say, who are your friends?
Do they have names? This is Tweedledee and Tweedledum. They're
No,
just
Their names are Demetrius and Jim.
Jim.
Fuck off.
And Jim. Do they know of anywhere we could rest?
They're scraggly. They're wearing kind of like scraggly robes, and they smell of fish. And are you gonna ask them this?
I guess I'll ask. Yeah, I'll be like, "Hey guys, do you know anywhere in town that would have a bunch of spare beds for our party? We haven't slept since we've been here."
Spare beds. Well, I think I'm gonna settle down in that bush over there. What do you think of that, Jim? Ha 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 ha! And they start waving their flagons that they accidentally walked out of the bar with.
Accident.
Right as this happens, all of you hear a noise that kind of sounds like a cork popping, only on a much lower frequency, like thunk. And you turn and you look up, and you notice that what you didn't notice before, but there's actually a chimney in the top of Phoenix Hospice, and out of the chimney flies the lectern that was sitting on the altar in Phoenix Hospice, and it careens through the air like a bottle rocket and lands on the ground a couple feet away.
What the hell is a lectern, Ian?
Like a podium.
Oh shit!
As the dust settles, you look up at the chimney to see it now slowly crumbling from the force of the ejected debris. And upon seeing this, the humans immediately go, "It's happening again!" And they flee up the street as fast as they can.
It's happening again. Oh my god. I'm gonna be like, I'm too tired for this shit. And I'm gonna look at Zed and be like, this fucking ghost, it's haunted. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Does this lectern have Moradin's symbol on it?
It was made of stone, and now it's sitting crumbled to dust on the ground from the force of hitting the ground. You saw it when you first went into... Oh, actually, no, you didn't see it. Never mind.
Mm.
Well, I've seen enough.
Yeah.
I'm
Any
gonna look over the pile, look at the group, and I'm like, I'm going back to the boat with fucking Hoot out here, and I'm gonna put him to bed. Because we have an entire warship that probably has extra beds because we killed a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree. I was just gonna say like we should head back to the beach to the camp, but yeah, we could call in the boat at least or whatever from there.
Do I just make my own tiny hut?
We could do that too, but then I'm gonna turn to him with spooked face again and go, "But there's ghosts, man."
Well, I'm not saying we do it
I'm not
right
worried
here.
about the ghost so much, Sin, as I am worried about Lunaris when he wakes up because he will still be exhausted and he will still be crazier than fucking.
Oh yeah, he needs to be tied to a bed like the Exorcist girl.
We need to get him back to like our closest operating location.
He's an owl. Just tie him to a tree. And
Jack Black from Tropic Thunder.
we'll just tiny hut it next to the tree.
Edmund votes boat.
I'm going to remind you guys one last time, and only one last time, that you have a fucking camp.
Yeah, we know.
Okay.
Isn't the camp by the boat?
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of, yeah. We could call in the boat from the camp area.
I'm trying to get Lunaris to the boat.
I don't want him at the camp. I don't want him
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, well,
until he is of sound mind. I don't want him near me because I'm gonna have to keep beating the dude up.
Yeah,
Fair enough,
Yeah,
man.
he's gonna go have to go to the grippy sock
Yeah,
facility.
well, I'm going to start with a little song, and you guys can do what you want if you want to lead it up. But I'm going to say we're off to where we go, do 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 do, and I'm going to start fucking walking.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, I'm gonna strike up conversation with, I guess, like Davos and Scrog, because they're the ones that were here, to ask them to explain to me what Karamorn was to them when they were originally here.
Okay.
You want to take this one, Davos, or would you like?
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
So when we showed up at first, it was a slave town, and we weren't real happy about that. So we made it not a slave town, and we killed off a whole bunch of people that were in charge, and then now we're in charge, and then just a whole bunch of fuckery keeps happening. You've been here for a couple weeks. You know how this stuff goes now.
Has it been a couple weeks? I thought this was like the first day.
Well, we rode a boat for 2 days back down to Tectoine.
I think he
Yeah.
means with the party.
Oh no, I thought we were talking about just Karamorn.
Oh no!
I was like, I've been in Karamorn for like
You've been
24
with
hours.
us long enough to know that the wheels of this buggy are square.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you've noticed that this Karamorn we're in now is probably very different than
Yes, it's not.
the one they.
This is not my home.
Honky, do you got your mic up?
Do I have it up?
Yeah, like where it's far away from your face.
Oh yeah, I was munching chips. I just put it back. Is it better?
Yeah.
Munch.
Yeah, so
Actually,
I'll turn
I
and say
call
to
it
Zen
chips, but they're
that Karamorn was getting on the right track when we had a shift in mayors and when we started to actually take care and run the town, when we had respective businesses and things, and when we needed to leave to Tectuine, there was like a quick shift in people controlling things, and they didn't have the right skill set to do that, or the military power really, and things must have just gone completely downhill. But it looks as if they're shipping off a lot of resources that come from up north that we wanted to once invest in farming or mining the obsidian glass and shit. So I don't know. We need to figure out who has financial control of Karamorn and who has political control right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
By my slick and sick investigation skills, I can tell you that many of the people that are living here in Karamorn now are pretty much brand new to the town. Like, the greater percentage of them are, just moved in here. They've all kind of abandoned their life on the farms because things around the island are getting way too dangerous. So I
What do you mean
doubt
by dangerous? What's causing the danger?
my understanding is a lot of fiends, corrupted beasts, just general mayhem around the island. So people are coming in here for a small sliver of safety. They've decided coastal's the way to go. Farming is way too dangerous now, so they've all tried to kind of switch jobs. Give up on the mines, give up on the farm, come here, try and catch some fish just to find some basic human necessities, which is why they don't really seem to care too much about the guards. They're just happy to have a little bit of protection. They're just trying to get by. But yeah, my understanding is most of the original Karamorn is no longer here, and it's all people that are from around the island trying to survive.
That's
You
pretty much
guys
what it was.
recognize Zen's description of the carnage as equivalent to the carnage that fucked up the whole area with on the
New
mainland
Haven?
with New Haven, and that
Oh, no.
killed Fisker's caravan cohorts. It's the same sort of corrupted, beastly bullshit that you associate with Bayaguna.
No.
That bitch is dead.
Wait, do we still have the chaos shard thing? Like the
If I remember, you threw it out in the astral sea.
That would seem like a very bad
It's
thing.
how we killed Bayaguna the second time.
Oh yeah, we had to kill Bayaguna the second time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what the fuck happened with that?
This is just gonna be one of those recurring boss fights, like when every second boss fight in a video game is the same
Scary.
person, but they just keep getting stronger and stronger.
Where it's
Yeah.
Nemesis from Resident Evil. It's just like hit it, run away.
It's fucking Gary from Pokemon.
So
Yep.
as we're walking, Edmund's wheels are turning in his brain, and he's gonna say, "Doubles, what's the gestation period for an elf?"
Oh. I think it's pretty short period of time.
Hmm.
Fuck, what is it again? I just read this the other day, actually. I can't remember. 3
I think
months?
The DM could answer, maybe.
8 months.
Yeah, elves follow mammal reproduction with a gestation period of 8 months.
But something interesting, if you didn't know, is that dark elves typically have
You're
more
premature.
babies. They typically have more babies, but the stronger one in the womb consumes the others.
Well, that's very dark.
Mm.
Well, we are
Don't dark
from
elves
the
usually kill
Underdark.
their male children?
I don't know. I lived.
At this point, you notice the sun is starting to crest on the horizon, and you see people starting to leave their homes. Not a lot, but a few, and a lot of them go down to the wharfs, and they get in varying degrees of shitty rowboats and small fishing trawlers, and you see them start to... people are starting to wake up and go about their business. Due to the fact that you have an unconscious Aarakocra at your feet, and you all look like a party of zoo animals to begin with, you become very aware that there are a lot of eyes on you right now.
I thought we were already moving towards the camp or the ship, or in that direction at least.
Yeah, we're off to where we go.
Scrog.
Your tokens are
Carrying-
unlocked, so move them.
Okay, so where is it
It's
again?
kinda
Isn't it
north,
up?
right?
Is it north? I thought it
Yeah.
was south, but I guess
I don't-
we came from the north, right?
You have to exit the town to the north if you want to go back to the ship/camp, yeah.
I am unconscious and cannot move myself. Haha.
I'm moving you. You're on my shoulder.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you try to move my token, will it let you?
Yeah, so do we
Oh,
see
funny.
anything on the way that, we're trying to move quick and get fucking Lunaris out of there. People are going to question the fact that we knocked this guy out or something. We're just carrying like a limp body with us.
He got too drunk, bro. We're leaving the bar.
Okay, that actually kind of was good. But yeah, I
Okay,
guess.
so
I'm
are
just
you
saying-
guys just walking up the road, just willy-nilly?
Yeah.
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 Okay. So you walk up the road willy-nilly, you see a lot of people staring at you. It's a little unnerving, but you try and act as normal as you can, like this is an everyday thing. You notice that most people give you a really weird look, but then they just look away and they don't look again. Almost like they haven't seen this weird thing before, but they're so used to seeing weird things they haven't seen before, they just dealt with it. You check around for guard presence as you're walking out, but you notice that you don't see any until you actually get to the perimeter wall, and there are guards where Scrog went back up to them in the last session, but you notice that they're a different set of guards.
Are they still sitting at the table?
No, they're not sitting at the table. They're a little bit further down the fence this time. You can't really tell what they're doing. They look like they might be doing something with food or preparing something.
I'm just gonna leave them be there. If they're not still sitting at the fucking table, I'm gonna let them go.
This is my table.
No, not so much as my table, but like, bro, how are you guarding anything still sitting in the same spot after I've fought 19 people? Like, what are you guarding? I'm
Give
in here
them the
just beating
cushions.
the shit out of everything, and you're just like doing
I
nothing.
fought 19 people and a bird.
Right.
All right, so it's time for
forgot
theater of the
about those
mind.
Cushions. Those cushions could be nice little sleeping fucking pillow or little bed to curl up on like a dog.
Do you see that boardwalk to the far right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you follow that north, that's going to continue up. You're not going to be able to see it 'cause it's off the map. But it continues up into like its own separate little pier. And it's a pier that there are not a lot of boats parked at usually. It's just one dock that goes out into the ocean, probably 30 or 40 feet, with a lantern at the end of it. Sometimes there's one boat parked there, sometimes there isn't. It's not a big deal. But what you do notice is that from that direction, you notice a short figure running across the grass toward you guys. And you happen to know that in that direction is that dock. And the dock was underutilized and derelict before you guys left Kaer but as you were having your race back last time, no one really thought much of it, but you noticed that it had been fixed up.
Okay.
So this figure is running toward you guys. Are you gonna continue? You gonna ignore it, or are you gonna?
I'll
Acknowledge.
check them out. I'll fucking.
Does it seem like it's approaching with intent, like dangerous intent?
No, just intent.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna have my arms wide open for a big old hug, but yeah, well, I'll be like, I'll say hey and wave.
Who goes there?
Okay, so since no one's doing anything
goes there?
particularly weird, as the figure gets closer and closer, you notice that it's Fisker.
Oh,
I'm gonna start running towards Fisker.
yeah, seriously.
Punt him.
Oh my God.
Just
Let's
Where
say
the
you
fuck
meet in
have
the
you
middle.
been?
You're gonna meet in the middle in this thicket. So Fisker's gonna run right up until he gets right up next to you guys, and he's gonna be like, he's panting. You can tell that he's not afraid, but he's agitated.
He's
And
always
he goes,
agitated.
Yeah, I was like,
right?
is her agitated?
I don't believe it.
he's bien agité.
Oh my God.
So he runs up to you guys and he goes, guys, where have you been? How long have you been on the mainland?
Day? Not even. About a day.
Yeah,
Where
day
have
and
you
night.
Have you been through the town?
Yeah.
Been through some of it.
All of you.
Fisker, didn't you make landfall with them?
I did. And then I met an old friend. All of you, listen. All of you need to leave here as soon as possible. And don't go to the mainland.
But where are we supposed to go?
Right.
Somewhere
Can't-
else.
Don't go on the islands. Don't go on the mainland.
My shit
gotta
keeps
stay-
disconnecting.
Fisker, what's the problem? Do you have more insane birds?
Sorry, I'm gonna get you to repeat that. My shit cut out.
Fisker, what's the problem? Do you have more insane birds? And I'll thumb towards Pierre Cockerel over Scrog's shoulder.
Fisker will pause his fast forward speech, look at Lunaris, and just be like, "What happened to him? Is he alive?"
Yeah, he's alive, but he tried to do some dumb shit, so I just put him to sleep for a little bit. He'll be okay.
Let's just say he's gonna have one hell of a hangover.
Yeah, I never liked him anyway. Little too interested in kids. And he lingers on the word kids.
He kept trying to diddle your kids.
Can you say that again?
He says, "Oh, I never liked him anyway. Little too interested in kids." And he lingers on the word kids.
He's a little fixated on that, isn't he?
Oh
Maybe
my
wasn't there
god.
for any of that.
So Fisker says, "Have you all forgotten that you're fugitives?"
Fugitives? What?
How can I be a fugitive in my home at my house?
I mean, just because you're at home doesn't mean you're not wanted.
Do you not remember what happened in Thorndale? Don't tell me you're all as dim as that bird.
Oh, Thorndale.
Oh,
News travels, gentlemen.
of course.
News travels, gentlemen. You're being hunted. Let me be brief. You need to
That
make a quick
Thorndale.
getaway, and you need to do it quickly and quietly. I'm on my way out right now. And then he gestures towards the dock that you guys noticed was fixed up last time.
But I mean, like, we left Thorndale and came. Oh no, we didn't come straight here because somebody died and went to hell. Davos.
Yeah, and
I
then
was like-
didn't you guys steal the boat from Thorndale?
Yeah,
Yeah, and we burned it down. Me and
Yeah,
Homer,
but I was-
before we met,
I was
you said
about
we burned Thorndale half down.
yeah. No, but I was about
guys
to say we
caused
came.
some shit.
I was about to say we came straight here, so we should be safe here because. But then we didn't come straight here because we had to rescue two fucking knocked
Hang on.
out party members.
Yeah, before that even happened, Thorndale was already pissed at us. Fucking Davos tried to rob the fucking guy who runs
Yeah.
the fucking town. I
Alright.
bitch smacked his fucking dude in charge.
But my point
Fisker's
is,
not giving you time to work this out, okay? So Fisker goes, "Have you been seen?"
Yeah.
I went to my bar. We've been to Fisker's. I got into like a fight with a ghost.
You see him scratch his chin, and he's like, "News must have not traveled from the mainland. Nobody comes here yet. It's still backwater. They must not know. But if you go to New Haven, your faces are in every tavern, on every street corner. You must stay
Thorndale?
away. Stay far, far away. No, New Haven."
Do you think they're good? Do you think they're good drawn pictures of me?
Fisker's too busy ranting to pay any attention to what you said.
So
I'm like stomping my boots, fucking.
So he says, you either need to find a boat or you need to escape through the wilderness, but you need to get far, far away. If news has already traveled from Thorndale to New Haven, it must have traveled just as far in the other direction.
So Fisker,
need
hear
to,
me out.
You need
Hear
to
me out.
go.
I've been attacked by gods, threatened by gods. We've killed gods. Men really don't scare me anymore.
there's always a bigger fish, Scrog.
Do you understand that there is a bounty on your heads big enough to feed an entire village for a century?
Oh shit.
How much opposition are you willing to take on? Are you willing to murder the entire town?
I've already murdered this town once.
How many towns? How many towns, Scrog?
Scrog.
Listen, Scrog. I've said what I had to say. I'm not going to try and convince you. I can
I'm
get
gonna
out of here
turn to
safely.
Fisker and be like, "We just got back. I just talked to Locke." And then that's gonna fucking flicker in my mind. Oh shit, Locke, the kid, and that we're like thinking about leaving again right off the bat again. So
He says, this is the girl. Assuming you're going to say yes.
yeah.
You can't go back to her. You'll put her in danger.
Oh fuck! And now I'm like internally realizing that I'm gonna be in absolute shit from her again if I ever see her again.
Listen, if you've
If
been
they leave
seen,
again.
and you're still alive, there's no way that word of the bounty has traveled to Kaer Morhen yet. But let me tell you, it could happen at any moment. And the next time you see one of these guards, these hired thugs, let me tell you something. They're hired just like any other guard. This is no state army. This is a private army. These people are only out for themselves. And a bounty is just as good as a paycheck for any mercenary. So I strongly caution you. Unless you control the flow of
Oop. Fuck.
to skate through the wilderness. There's no other way.
Didn't you just tell us not to go to New Haven?
Not to the town, but to the New Haven side of the water.
Skull's just gonna smile. I already
Can I get
relinquished
a
all
room?
my duties here. I'm already washed my hands of this town when I came back and seen what it has become.
Can I get an
Yeah.
objective read on Fisker, being as I didn't really know him all that well?
Can you get a what?
I want to get an objective read on Fisker if I can.
Vibe
Not-
check.
Like, I want to
Describe
see if
that.
he's telling the truth.
Oh, just roll insight.
Vibe check.
Vibe check on.
Oh, roll it
Fisker.
onto the tower. Tower.
I believe him.
Oh,
I
never
got no
doubted.
reason not to believe him, honestly.
But I
No,
mean,
even when Finnick was working for the bad guys, he still told us the truth.
Well, I gotta roll it on the tower.
That's true, but also, yeah, I'm kind of done here. This town's a piece of shit. My house has all beds in it. There's nothing left.
I'm just gonna grab Davis and be like, bro, your old lady had a kid with another dude.
You sense that he's being
Yeah.
completely genuine.
Okay. Well, look, I'm down to follow you all anywhere you want to go. But perhaps, Davos, you could use that ring of yours and at least contact Locke. She was our friend once.
I know. Okay.
Here, look.
Um,
Look. And
I
Edmund's
will
gonna
agree,
look at his
Edmund.
bag. And he's like, I've got some money. And he holds up a sack of gold. If it'll
That's
help.
right, 'cause he never got
And he
robbed.
shrugs. No, he never did.
When Fisker sees you pull out the gold, he goes, "Listen, there's a shipwright in town. They're good people. They won't report you. But you mustn't be... You must be inconspicuous. Stay out of sight. There's plenty of places on this island for you to hide, but you can't be visible in town. I am a little bit more fortunate. What you need to understand is these mercenaries. This is all connected. You see, the volcano, the mining, the dragon glass, the merchant guilds, the cabals, the mercenaries. It's all connected. I don't know how, but it is, and I can pass safely on the road back to Tectuine because I have a rapport with some
Can
of
I
these
roll an
people.
insight on that?
Yes, you can roll an insight on that, but roll it on the tower.
what does that even mean?
The bottom right-hand corner of your GUI.
Your window,
There's
it's
a tower.
He goes, like, I represent my guild. I know I can pass. I won't be tarred and feathered like you all are, but you won't offer the same privilege, and you certainly don't blend in. And he looks at Lunaris and Zen specifically, and then he looks at Scrog and he goes, "Well, you never used to blend in, but you actually blend in pretty well here. But still, I don't know. I'd never forget that ugly mug." And then he punches you on the shoulder.
I am going to turn to Zen and ask him for a page out of his storybook. Essentially, I don't know what do you call it?
I have scrap paper. I'm not giving you a page out of the book, though. The book is
Okay. Okay, give me scrap papers. Paper, pencil, pen, whatever, ink,
I've-
quill.
I've- Yeah,
Mirror.
obviously it's a quill.
Mirror.
And I am going
It's a
to
peacock feather.
peacock feather quill. I look at it and just fucking
huge.
yeah, take a second look at like
Yeah.
what the fuck am I waving around here? All
I
right.
pluck it out of my hat.
So I start furiously writing a quick letter to Locke so that I don't have to interact and don't get seen in town, but I need to leave her with some sort of information and acknowledgement of the fact that we're leaving once again. So I'm going to write that we have to leave everything that happened to us in the towns away from Karamor and on the other islands is all connected. We have a large bounty on our head because of corruption and not things that we did. Wink, wink.
Do you actually
I'm
write
gonna-
the wink wink?
I'm gonna no.
Yeah,
no,
you write
you guys.
asterisk,
But it's like-
asterisk, wink, wink, asterisk.
and then I'm gonna put a few coins, like gold, within that pouch within the.
Edmund offers you whatever you want to take out of his 1955 gold pieces.
Okay, I will take the
Lot
55
of it.
gold. 55 gold, nice little pouch bundle, and I'll put it in the letter and wrap it up like a, all four corners to seal the coins in the center. And I'm gonna ask Fisker if he could drop this off at Whores, Ors, and Moors to Locke, or if we all need to go right now.
He looks at the letter and he goes, I guess I can do that, but I'll have to go right now.
Ah,
Should we
And-
meet you at the boat?
He glances. Oh, no, the boat. I hired a canoe. This is an underground. This is a member of my guild that I've hired to come pick me up, and I don't think it's wise for you to. I don't know where I would send you. You would have to pay someone a pretty penny to keep quiet at this point. I don't know who to trust. You're best off leaving by sea, guys.
So when will we see you next? Are we ever going to see you again, Fisker?
I don't think that's important right now. We all just need to get out of here alive. Especially you. You don't understand. This will be easier for me. I have contacts all along the road from here back.
You
to
wear
Tatooine.
contacts?
I'll be safe.
Well, Fisker, where should we? We'll have to clear their names, or at least destroy the people involved with this. Where should we go?
Clear whose names?
Those two idiots. Strong and Davos.
I look over at Edmund and just fucking
Or
kind of smirk.
Grog's got questions.
like
That'll
what?
never work. It's a manhunt spanning hundreds of miles. You'll be killed on
Well,
sight
where are we-
and handed in for the bounty.
Well, where are we to go?
As far away as you can.
The sea will take us. I'm going to say, well, I hope we see you again, Fisker. Thank you. And I'm going to hold out my hand for a fucking firm, nice handshake.
Fisker takes your hand and shakes it in fast motion. And he goes, I'm telling you, find the shipwright. You can trust him.
Is it your contacts that are mining the volcano by chance, Fisker?
Not exactly. Merchants know merchants, but that doesn't mean they're my contacts. But
Who's
I
mining
must
the
I must admit we run in the same circles.
Who's mining
And
the
then
mountain?
you see sort of a light bulb come on top of Fisker's head. And he starts to think very deeply while scratching his chin about something. Do you have a question?
Yeah, because we only told one person about this obsidian that's up here, and it was Fisker's buddy that gave us all this wine. And then sent Fisker here to try to figure out the process. But when we get here, they're already here.
Yeah, but I don't think it's them. It's someone else who fucking figured it out while they came here. So all these people are new, like Zen said. Like,
Well, that would make sense because it'd be all of Fisker's buddies.
well, we can't do shit about it now. We're fucked. We're all bounty.
Fisker goes, I haven't figured it out yet. And then he seems to snap out of his pensiveness and he goes, you know what? I might be able to buy you some time. I can't promise I can find you a water taxi that you can trust to get to the mainland, and I really don't recommend it, as you could be kidnapped and sold into slavery, but I think I can pull some strings with the local, guard captain to find out whether there's any chance of this bounty making it to Caremore, and I'm certain no one knows now or you'd all be dead.
I'm gonna say I think I have a good idea on what to do. We should make it back to our boat and talk to Drow and Wilson. He may have some understanding on how we can flee the territory of this bounty, and he might know what workings are happening within the criminal underground on how to get us to where we need to go safely.
Well, that seems to be the best idea, yes. Seems we can't stay here.
So, Fisker, can we take our old boat, or is that too much of like a heat score? Should we find something else to take?
Well, the boat is sitting so far from the town, I don't know that anyone knows it's here, but is it seaworthy?
That's why we need the ship, right?
Oh.
And then Fisker's gonna say, I'll tell you what, can you wait here for me for 10 minutes? And he's gonna look at all of you, one after the other in turn.
I'm gonna give him a big toothy grin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drill into Honky's shoulder.
So, great, okay. So Fisker pulls out a huge pouch of gold coins from his pocket, and he goes, I won't be needing this anyway. And he peels off into the night.
And Davos immediately fucks off. 10 minutes? And he's gone.
No, I'll wait. But I'm like pacing a little bit now. I'm right back to the stress level and worry that I feel I know me and Scrog have done some shit wrong, and I'm always the cause of the start of some of it. But yeah, we burned down half a fucking town, so
There's always a bigger fish. We are powerful. We've proven this, but the powers that some of these towns can bring, and a huge bounty on someone's head is off-putting.
Getting you for
yeah, like we can't fight an army like that. That's just
So-
impossible.
So hear me out, man. Historically, if you put monstrous bounties on people and they run together, no one fucks with them. Because, like, why is someone willing to pay $3 million to kill 4 people?
Because we're badasses.
Because you're hard to find?
So,
I'll tell you a story, Scrog. There was a educator at my school, and he could throw fireballs that could eliminate every single one of us within a matter of seconds. There are beings in this world who are very powerful, and if you're on the wrong side of them, it's not a good place to be.
Guys, do we have long enough that I can take another smoke break?
No, I'm almost out here.
I'm almost done. I gotta call it soon. I've
No
got
problem.
an entire
It is 3
weekend to
o'clock.
pack for tomorrow. Plus,
All right.
getting oil change and get my haircut.
okay.
So you guys can play this scene out, and we'll end it before Fisker comes back.
So
Okay.
I'm going to meander over towards the water and go fishing.
Oh, fucking
Ten-
of course.
Hey,
10-minute fishing
motherfuckers,
session.
listen, I haven't been fishing in season 3 yet.
You walk over to the water, you start fishing.
I think Scrog's stressed out. I'll say to Davo.
Do I land on my head?
I would agree.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
you're the bait. He's like,
I will take out.
time to catch me a
No.
big one. And he just throws Lunaris into the ocean.
Oh
I'm
my
going
god.
to take Umbreon out of Lunaris's pocket and sit him on the ground beside me while I'm fishing.
Oh,
Oh, it's like your little friend.
I
Yeah.
was like, you monster.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Umbreon out. I'm gonna rip off an arm and cast it into the.
Holy shit. I'm gonna take out my massive pouch of tobacco and offer Zed, Edmund, Scrog, anyone want some pipe tobacco?
Oh yeah, Edmund hits that hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a big old fucking bundle out and fucking load it up and just chuff up in this little patch of greens here.
You also see Edmund going through his song book, his spell book, and looking a little bit nervous.
Great. So you guys are going to watch the sunrise from this little thicket as Scrog casts his line into the ocean, and Fisker has squirreled off in the general direction of the guard encounter that Scrog had when you guys first came into town.
Okay.
And we'll come back next time when Fisker either does or doesn't make it back from wherever he went.
Until next time.
Okay.